Who's in the chat tonight? Name flying fast, jaws piling high. The stream is live. Names on the screen, the lights all glow. Different voices shape the show. Every message fuels the stream. Together strong, it builds the dream.
Get that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons.
Bitches love cannons.
Daily checking, jar on the line. Golden mustard or cheeky rare fine. No swearing calls, that forfeit bite. Bean boozle pain or chilly night. Spin that wheel, the prizes flow. Fam with the fam, the hype will grow. Crew together, loud and proud. Chat ignites, one big crowd. One big crowd. One big crowd. Look at the pantry, shelf stacked high. Raid heroes shining, names never die. Every jar is a story told. When the new month comes, we start fresh bold. Raiders arrive, the crowds awake. Their jaws on the shelf, the mark they make. The pantry grows, heroes stand tall. Next month, fresh, reset it all. Monster Fennec, carved in flame. Raid hero shine, we call the name. Pantry stack, the shelves ignite. Together strong through every night. RPG quest, survival grind. Worlds to explore, new paths to find. Scared of the dark, still diving in. Jumping at shadows, laughter wins. Final closings, one big sound. Chat alive, the fam is found. Ben is here, crew stands tall. Mustard Fennec, respect to all.
Respect to all. I forgot to switch it over. Dame, what's up? Hell yeah, numero uno to the big win. Big win coming in with a big one. Good work, good work. We got incredible flying Squidward number 2. Indeed, good work. Elmo, slow coach today. Probably been sat there waiting for a while as well, to be fair. Sorry. My nutty chat wasn't playing very well, and I had a lovely chat, which went on longer than we planned, with Calvin, otherwise known as Thero from Stack Up. So that put me behind eating dinner, and then doing the cuddle stuff with the wife and the son, and having a shower because I stank, and all that good stuff. But I hope we're well. I hope you have a nice drink, maybe some snacks. We'll sit back, chill, get an immediate raid. God damn, Elmo!
Masturbation is a form of witchcraft.
It's wizard time, motherfucker!
I feel like I need that to kick in as we're coming through the A every time Acoustic welcome in. It's wizard time, motherfucker! Thank you, Elmo, for the raid. Lovely friendos. Go check out the new streamer. Brand new affiliate up in the house. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let me sort my things so actually see what's going on. There we go. Noise. Can I bring that down a bit? Yeah. And then we can make the chat a bit bigger. Nice. Very nice. Had to wait until the ads so I can hear my walking. Yeah, exactly. I need to get round to sorting out my pauses. So when things redeem, it doesn't do them straight away. Like with raids, for instance, like Elmo, the lovely Elmo has just raided in. When people raid in when there's other people that also stream and it knows to shout them out, I need it to stop doing that. And I know how to do it, kind of. I just need to get around and do it, basically. So that's one of the other things I want to do is your sound redeems. I want it to wait till the ads are done. So we'll give it like a delay of, I don't know, 4 minutes until it'll actually register your next chat. So Something very interesting though, but welcome in, Elmo. Anybody that doesn't know, when you raid here, you get chucked into the pantry. So we'll do a picture. We'll go check out Elmo's stream in a minute. Find a picky wick of the little PNG character, and we'll stick him in a jar. Put him in the pantry. How about that? How was your stream, Elmo? Were you streaming for long? Was that a bit of a random one just to troll me and get in the jar? Tired of all stuff, so I'm taking things into my own hands. Like balls? You're taking balls in 2 hours. 2 hours? Good work. Good work. Good work. Good evening. What were you playing, man? It's a video store, yeah. Retro review one. That looks cool, man. When I said that the other day, that looks alright. I don't know if I play it, but I've seen you play it. I've seen Tweaky play it. I've seen at least 2 other people just having a little play on it. Looks cool, man. One of those games a bit like Quarantine Zone. I think it's quite good for streaming because it's not too intensive, and you can probably kind of chill out a bit and chat when you've got people around to talk to. Kind of cool. What did everybody get for your mustards? We've got Creole for Yo. We got some English mustard for Dame because she's super English. What else we got? Any more jars? Anybody else get some mustard? Have I missed what you got? Bouts no mustard for Elmo. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. That's good, that's good, that's good. We've got a trash goblin coming up in here. Litter picker looking to make a difference, so make sure you follow and help. Nice, you're a volunteer. Oh, sick, yeah, I don't know what that means, but okay. Pick me up, I'm trash. Come on, it's a trash stream. Come pick me up. We're live on TikTok and YouTube, potentially live on YouTube on horizontal, also Squid. Double check, pretty sure we are. And maybe horizontal and vertical, sorry, in YouTube as well. I don't know about the vertical. I can't find a way to check it. My phone's over there and I can't be able to look. And I don't know if actually if you can when it's your own account. So maybe someone could be kind enough to go on their phone and check if we're live there too. But either way, we should be capturing all of the chats into one lovely chat that's just up next to you lot. Yeah. Overlays, and I can't figure out how to use StreamerBot, at least with overlays. So I'm making my own local tool. Oh my god, fair enough. Maybe that could be cool, you know. You make something else that could like do something like these, maybe even like simpler, that people don't necessarily need everything that's on either of those two. I don't know, maybe that could be like a cool thing to share. You want to make it work with overlays though? Tell me more. Do you just mean like activate overlays and switch them? Is that what you mean? Because if it's just that, I haven't added it back in yet, but every time you do the mustard redeem on Twitch, there used to be a image just here, like a splat would appear, and then the number of check-ins you use would be there with your name, and then it would wipe away. That's all just through StreamerBot and OBS. And all StreamerBot is doing is it's telling OBS to unhide something and then hide it. And within those actions, I put, I think, the slide or wipe transition on. I was thinking of integrating social media, but that will be later. Ooh. I think, what do you mean? Like self-posting, or do you mean like a social media banner that like rolls to say like I'm on Instagram and I'm on YouTube and I'm on blah blah blah? I've had a couple of them before, and when we got rid of OBS last time to redo it, I just haven't put any of that stuff back on yet. And we're using 85% of my encoder today because we're streaming everywhere apart from Kick, I think, and Instagram maybe, and Facebook. Okay, not everywhere, okay, but most places. And 1440p and vertical and lots going on. My GPU must be hating me right now. In fact, it's almost at its full VRAM capacity, but the 3D is at 70 and I've got the game up. I haven't actually logged in, so we might crash a bit again, so I'm sorry when we start playing Soulframe. But we have 2 or 3 keys to give away to also for Soulframe. Honestly, I think if you've won one before and you want another one for some reason, like a friend or whatever, then yeah, put a 1 in chat, we'll put your name in the list. But then I think if we get more people coming in that as far as we can tell don't have it, if there's lots, I might split a giveaway. I might do a giveaway for the people who've had them before and a giveaway for the people that we don't know, because they could have some already, we actually haven't got a clue. But yeah, if you want another key or you haven't already got yours, you got 2 more. Oh, of course you. Oh man, I forgot to do that again. Should have used my boys account. Damn it. All right, I need to. They got Friday as well, right? They're streaming Friday again, aren't they? I need to remind myself to like set up an account for my boy, and then use his Twitch thing and get 2 keys as well. Such a smart move, Elmo. Such a smart move. Post X, Facebook, Insta when you start stream. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty sick. Yeah. If you have a new clip on Twitch, uploads to YouTube, Insta, Facebook. Oh wow, that's a lot. That's gonna have to. Surely, would that be like an NAN? Would that be something like an NAN? Using a tool that knows and it has login access to those places, so it can take that when it gets posted and then post it other places. Because I can't imagine. I don't know what you'd use outside of kind of AI tech like that will manage that process for you. Like some of that process, like before we started talking about AI as a thing, some of that stuff was available in a tool. Yeah, in a minute. So it effectively was AI before we started like calling it all AI. Like back like 10 years ago, or maybe even less, 5 years ago, let's say, in-game NPCs that had some smarts about them, we didn't call it AI. What did we call it? We never called it AI. Oh, that enemy's got AI. It's like, and all right, nowadays it might actually learn in the game and try and do different stuff, but it was just code before, which it kind of still is in some, but most games it's code and it kind of knows how to dodge and do stuff, and there's like probably a percentage it might be able to block or dodge your attacks, that kind of stuff. But it effectively isn't far away from AI. But everybody now in any game is saying, oh, that AI. It's probably not even AI, it's just a bit of code. Crazy. You would use session keys, but it would be after you edit. Yeah, that'd be really cool, man. That'd be super cool. And the thing is that there might be tools out there that do that. It doesn't mean they're accessible where everybody knows where they are. And you might see some and go, oh, I can improve the UI or how it connects, or just, have a platform to tell people and people want to use it. You don't have to be the first to market with stuff, man. Quite often, it's not the best way anyway. Let someone else prove that it's needed and then make something the same. Yeah, Enemy AI was the name for it, but it wasn't Modern AI Smart. I don't remember ever calling it AI until like we started talking about AI data centers and using ChatGPT and stuff. I never called in-game AI. I don't know what I called it though, but it wasn't AI. Probably just called it the computer. Fucking computer. Fucking cheating bastard. On FIFA, particularly on FIFA, when you're playing on like the hardest mode. It fucking knows when I'm about to move right because it dodges that way and tackles me. How the fuck does it know that? And like you try and tackle something and it misses, and it does a worse tackle, and somehow the ball is glued to their feet. That used to piss me off. Woohoo! Thank you for the follow. Give the big loves to the new homie. Nice to see you. How you doing? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go say goodnight to the boy. I got on a bit later than I wanted to. I'm sorry. I was hoping to go on earlier, but then I forgot I had that call with lovely Tharo from Stack Up. He's an awfully lovely chap. You should go check him out. We might even give him a little shout out in a minute. He does also stream. Has streamed for 10 years. Is a veteran. I think from the is it Marine Corps, from the US 82nd Battalion, 4th something or other. Like linked to one of the battalions that did. Obviously, he's not that old, but like the same battalion that did the storm on Normandy. He's from that kind of same part of the forces. But it's come out of there. I think probably injured through, I guess, something to do with being in the army. You know, 82nd. There you go. 82nd Airborne. There you go. Something like that. I don't know if he's airborne or not, but he was similar. A link to that. He was telling me about it because I asked some questions, and him and his wife are thinking of going to Paris, and then he loves Second World War stuff, so they're thinking about going to kind of all the things you can see about the war in France. And one of them was Normandy because of that. In older games, enemy coding was generally referred to as AI. Really? I never. Maybe it's just me then. I'd never remember it being called AI before. Or it was something else, and it wasn't even computer. It was just like, I don't know what we called it, but I can't remember it being AI. Unless it's one of those like weird mirror moments in your brain where actually it was, but for some reason you think, like some people think that we live in a different dimension now, and if you have this certain phone, it can see like the old Kit Kat bars or something, and like no one remembers what they used to look like, but when you look through that phone, it shows you the real one. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Even though it's far simpler than yeah. It's the basic program, although yeah. Such agrees. Well, okay, fine. I just don't remember calling it that. I can't help it. The Matrix. Yeah, super slow. There's a ghost to open my door. Oh no. Oh dear. I'm scared. I'm scared because my video encoder, I've never seen it at 83%. And that's really only because we put... because we're doing YouTube in 1442. That makes some sense. It's probably using 20-25% of the encoder. Yeah, as a little kitten. Here's your little kitty cat. To bring her like... Yeah, there. Lift her above the crew team sign there. She's been the fire. Oh no, you're burning her. No.
She's the devil.
She's the devil to be fair. She's probably not. Look, she's not even bothered. No, I'm fussed, aren't you? She ain't bothered.
I love her.
You do.
Come on.
Alright, give me 2 minutes. Oh, 2 minutes. Say goodnight to everyone. Good night, fans. Why isn't that? Why is Caster Labs being a butt? It's not showing me. Oh, Raider. How come it's not showing me your message? In the Twitch chat, it shows me Elmo said the Matrix, but in Caster Labs, it's not picked that up. That's weird. You played Quick 2 back in the 90s and was thinking it was cool day. Okay. Maybe it was. Damn you! Well, luckily, I have to go away for 3 minutes of that 15 minutes to say goodnight to my boy. But thank you, Zeb, for the fart. And Elmo for the no swears. It was Mini Mustard. Indeed, it was. It was Mini Mustard. And Willow, the cat, who is now allowed out because we bought her an air tag that she wears on a collar. So we can kind of at least tell roughly where she's gone. Not that we've needed, we haven't used it yet. She's only been in the garden. And today she went out and actually got onto the fence and went off for 2 hours and came back. Hi, Zeb. Slip quick before I go. Almost tripped over something as well doing that. Nice one. Yeah, we're doing the normal giveaways too today. Usual stuff. That's the pantry. We'll do that in a minute. We'll put Elmo, lovely Elmo rated. And if you're not following Elmo already, please do support them. They're new to streaming. If you see them live, go check them out. There's Nana. Also go check out Nana. Support her too. She's a lovely bean. Give her the loves. But I was going to show you this. We're doing Q giveaways. We do the usual one with the free stuff up there. That's weird, it went all skippy. So use that to get in for the free game giveaways that are just random game keys. If you want a Soulframe key, even if you've had them before in the giveaways here, there, let me know. Put a 1 in chat or something. Someone remember that they've done it if I didn't see it and tell me about it. We'll bring up the other wheel. I mean, to be honest, we might even just do it in our like tools today. I don't know. Include anybody on YouTube or TikTok if you're watching over there. Put a 1 in chat or I want a key for Soulframe, and then we'll put you in for a giveaway. It's totally free to enter as well. As long as then you need to figure out how can we contact you. If you're on the other platforms, a bit harder than Twitch. In which case, we might have to share the Discord link with you or something. Or if you have a Twitch account, then just tell us your Twitch username and we can whisper you. As long as your whispers are open. There you go. Zebs, Elmo in the mix. Elmo, Past and Bane, Incredible Flying Squid, and Zombie Zebs. In for a free game giveaway. Good work. What else has been happening this week though? We've got Elmo, he's been streaming today. Recently affiliated sort of mid last week, was it Elmo? You reached affiliate? W, that's quick, man. Really, in the scheme of that, of you actually streaming, not doing the test streams, that's probably only a couple of weeks, isn't it? A few weeks maybe, max. Good work, sir. Good work. It's quicker than I did it. Hell yeah. 2 weeks, god damn, that's quick, bro. That's quick. I think from memory, it took me probably a couple of months, maybe 3 months to do that. You did a great cracking work. Cracking. Film a cracking? I don't know. I like not. I think I turned it off earlier after I finished with thinking. I like that light now because it gives this like backlight up here, and then I've put a light near my penis just to illuminate the ball sack, basically. No. Because in this scene particularly, and in the pantry, I think it might help with the kind of losing my arm and my legs. Like it's kind of, because I'm lit up lower down, it's not throwing me around so much. Every time I hear 2 weeks, it makes me think of Total Recall. I don't know that reference. Might have to check that out. You had a few legends. Well, you know, everybody that got me, everybody that got anybody to affiliate is an absolute legend, including like the first people that kind of helped me or like who shared me around to other people, like Tweaky, Mr. Muppet, and a number of others. Or maybe they're the first subs. Some of the people that subbed first, because they get like, what's it called? It automatically gives them what's the word for it? Like Soulframe thing he does. Founder. It gives them like a founder badge or something, doesn't it? I never know what I hear here. Pardon? I'm lighting my ball sack with an LED light. It's warming it from below. No, I don't know. But I like this backlight over there. It used to be in front of me shining down, but now I've got hang on, can we do, before we get rid of this, not sure if it will help work. See that? That's a softbox. We've got a softbox, which isn't really for this light, but I made it work. Which basically means it just doesn't illuminate as much behind me, so it keeps that a bit darker and just kind of focuses the light here, which is kind of nice. But it's normally that you're supposed to use with like a proper light. I've just got my circular key light, and kind of the back of it looked like it would fit, so I bought it on Amazon to test it out, put it on, put the Velcro on, kind of made it work. Can't really move it. It kind of is where it is now. I can move the stand. That's about it. And I had to put on like an extra I found an old like selfie stick, like a really old one, screwed on top of the pole that I've got for the actual key light, because it wasn't quite high enough, otherwise that would knock into my monitor more, and then screwed that on it. Kind of perfect, if I'm honest. I never know. Okay, now you know. DM. Ooh, you DM me. I'm gonna check that out in a minute. I'll have to say goodnight to this boy. For now, anybody that is a VIP or a mod, if you want to use the exclamation mark BSO, it's back working again. I think it was working last stream. So like Acoustic, as you're the first one on there for A. Here's Acoustic.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes,
go check him out. Good lad. Thank you for the look, Elmo. Elmo's like, no, I ain't doing no work. Fuck you, man. That's Acoustic. I need to maybe just make a redeem that I can activate when I want it. Need coffee. Ooh, I have tea, but I made with froth-free milk. It's an absolute W, honestly. Yeah, so people can do their own shout-outs, or maybe I have like a list, like I've already kind of built, but I'm not quite finished yet in StreamerBot. So someone could just redeem it, and it will just play through some clips I've made saved from somewhere. A bit like a BRB screen. I'd had it for my own ones, but I'd rather share other people's, and maybe a couple of mine in the mix as well. So for now, I'm afraid I'll bid you a farewell for like a few moments. You got Kit Kat coffee? Oof. Suit you, sir. Suit you. Oh, that's what I've got to say to that. Good work. Right, BRB. By the way, I'm loving that Elgato XLR. Purely, not just for, but also because of, and I didn't know it until I bought it, like you can just tap the top of it, and there's a, what do you call it, like a touch button for muting your mic, and it's just, and then it goes red, and I know now that it's muted there, so then if I'm talking, the captions won't catch what I'm saying either, so that's a nice little touch. I was kind of always like, oh, why would I do that? But with the new additions that we spoke about when I got it, yeah, W. Actually, as Elmo's busy, I will use the StreamerBot thing. And I'll play the crew team stuff. Actually, if I could do... Should we try and do present viewers? See if that works. See who that gets. Here you go.
See, now he's got the parcel. The delivery van's driving away. And he's got the parcel. Oh, I've got to click that. Where's me? That.
from some dude I fuck. Oh. No fucking way!
Enjoy.
Are you shitting me? Oh my god!
It's Caesar not ask me, am I ever gonna get married? Oh honey, if I had a new port for every time someone asked me that, I'd have enough smokes to last me till the end of time. Listen, marriage is like one of my many ex-husbands, unpredictable and often regrettable. But hey, if you find someone
Today? Oh, today's Wednesday.
as crazy as you
Today is
are,
Wednesday.
maybe you'll end up with a decent part. But just make sure they're okay with your streaming addiction, doll.
How the fuck? No.
What? What did it say?
Bounce.
He's just said mustard. I think
mustard.
I think we have to.
You know, mustard, must. And then there's another mustard that is like kind of mustard fennec. No way. Her name is Mustard Fennec, and I'm talking about mustard. What?
You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Because it will. Oh my god.
What? I was ready.
Okay. Pull that out.
Okay.
Now look at my stream.
Oh no. What the heck?
See, now he's got the parcel. The delivery van's driving away. And he's got the parcel. Oh, gotta click that. Where's me? That. That.
Wait, the milkman's milk? And I went, oh. Come on, milkman, give me some milk. Oh. A little bum. Yeah, nice one. See, I said before I went away that I love this XLR dock because I can press it and there's a big red thing that lets me know when it's muted, and then I never looked at it. Oh, look, it's me. Whoops. Cheers, Roxy. Yeah. You got the messages. Let's go. And I went, bleh. So yeah, sorry. We're so excited you turned up that you got the jizz. Well done. But yeah, Elmer raided in. He was streaming for a couple of hours, playing Retro Rewind. And as we haven't really got into gaming or anything, because I said the other day, if we're playing a game, I might not do the jar thing until the end of stream or something. Just share it with everybody that's left around there. Because usually what will happen is anyway, predominantly a larger amount of people will come into the stream, and we're sharing the person that's raided with the people that know him. So if anything, that's kind of maybe not worth it. I don't know. I'll have to play by ear and see what people think. But just trying to think of a more efficient way to like stick to things and then do like a section of, almost like doing a section of shout outs. Anyway, for now, we'll do it this way. And look, we've got a new tool, but I forget what button it is to make it work. This one? Nope, not that one. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I've got a stream deck for it, I suppose. Oh, I tell you what I might have, if it works. Is it on? Let me see if it's on. I set something up really cool the other day. Are you ready for this? Ready for this stuff? This is cool, man. If it works. It might take a couple of times me saying it. Word only got him for the giveaway. Zoom. Alright, didn't work. Damn it. Have I got selected different? Oh, maybe. It's because it's not on display capture. Which one's that? Okay, that'll work. We share that. Oh my god. Hide that. Show that. Make it smaller. That'll work for now, won't it? That'll do for now. That'll do. Right, here we go. Now maybe zoom. No. No, it's not fair. It's supposed to work and be cool. It's the wrong one, that's why. Here we go. How about now? Zoom. Zoom. Why are you not zooming? Asshole. Alright, it's supposed to do it when I say the word, but it's not. Fine. Does it do it when I press the button? Okay, it does. Right. So that works. Hang on. Where's the voice control? Settings, log.
It's clean.
Zoom.
It's cold. And that's what I call high quality
Zoom.
tool.
No, that said go in. It's a 5%. Zoom. Yeah. I just stand here for 2 hours saying that word. Zoom. Yeah, did it. Yeah. Alright, it's not very reliable, okay, but it's probably just my voice. But that's cool, right? And then there's another one. You can't, the way I've got it set up, the reason it doesn't pick up the word close to other words is it's set to not do that. So that you can't say the word accidentally in a sentence and it zoom into stuff. But then if you want it to, like, you've zoomed in and you want to hold, like, you go to like this bit and you don't want it to move whilst you're reading that out, maybe. Like, you say, hold. And look, now I'm moving the mouse and it doesn't move around. That's pretty sick, right? This is the script zoom one rather than Zoominator, along with StreamerBot's voice command thing. And then I've got Stream Deck as a button as well. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Pixel, what's up? Lovely to see you. Feeling any better? Roxy? Oh, yeah, of course you was ill like the other couple of weeks, haven't you? Oh, you feel no, I'm not. Oh, no way, man. Really? You could say I just woke up. Oh, rough. You've been having protein with soups of chicken and stuff and taking things, vitamins, and vitamin D, getting lots of vitamin D. No, I mean vitamin D, like this stuff. Vitamin D. Have it at all times by your side and spray more than you think you need. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. I don't know if we need them, Pixel. I would love to say yes to that. I've got 3 or 4 of my own now, and maybe one that you gave me. So if you're not doing anything with them, I guess. It depends whether we've got enough people that want them. I said earlier, if people have had a key before and they want another one because they know a friend they want to give it to, then I think this time round, in the batch of giving away, I think we'll just let them join. If you know a friend that you want a key for, just join the giveaway. Because I think the first time we did it was very busy with new people looking for keys. I think now there's been a bunch of streams by the devs. I think a lot of people have keys, as well as there's probably more founders. Like I bought a whole load of founder keys. So in the Discord, there's been people giving keys away. There's probably just less people looking for them anyway. Let's go. I can think of a couple of people in the. I was thinking about maybe just doing 2 of them. So yeah, give me some keys. Because 2 of the keys I've got, I was thinking about giving to a couple of the crew team. With the idea that I think they might be up for maybe doing like a collab and playing the game itself. Maybe Rimbo. Would like to do one, I don't know. Hey ho, Rimbo. Here's the lovely ring. Thank you for the shout out, Roxy.
You fuck around and find out, dude.
Indeed, man. Fafo. Fafo all day long.
Great.
You fafoed, my dude.
See? She knows. They know. They know. They know. They know.
Give me my inch.
Simone.
It's mine.
No, give it back.
Take it from me.
I'm gonna take it.
Literally, it belongs to me.
Nope. Give it. What's up, Monet? How we doing? Good to see you too. You haven't eaten in 2 days? Oof. Is that because you can't keep it down, or? Give me my inch. Nope. Took it away. You not got an inch no more. Look, there's a light. Oh. Should we knock that down a bit? Look at that. You inch stealer. Hey, look, I need it, okay? You don't need. I need that inch. It makes a difference, okay? It's like 100% more than I have already. Yeah, do we think that's cool? Apart from it not really working, because now we say hold. And look, move it again. And now because I can't zoom in that. And then we wait again. And we say zoom. Right, no, hang on. It doesn't like that. I need a different word. I need a better safe word. Zoom. Yeah. Zoom. Yeah. Hell yeah, let's go. All right. I just have to say it like at the mic a certain way. Fine. Fine. Be like that. Yeah, I couldn't sleep. Oh, couldn't give it down. Damn. Intravenous up the butt. I mean, that's not intravenous, but put food up the butt. You get them inch, they come. Ooh. Ooh. You were looking at my stream, didn't get to say, ah. Well, at least you were looking. That's good, man. That's nice. Is the syncing fine with the mouth and the voice? Because I put 4K on the camera again just to test out how much it would use, really, and to try and get just a crisper look. It's kind of pointless because it goes down to 1440 or 1080 or 720, wherever we're streaming to. But at the same time, I was finding that on the 1080 on clips, particularly clips, it just was looking a bit fuzzy. Even with more light on the last stream, this is the most light I've had on my face. All right, probably lit the other side more before, but I thought maybe it was a lighting thing, but it's not. It's not noise. It's just, for some reason, I think because I've got the 2 filters on the camera, like physical ones. One of them is like a filter to stop the shine from when I wear glasses and stuff, and it also makes generally things a bit darker. And then I've got the wide lens on. I think both of those together probably don't help, but I want them. So I'm just trying to test out if I can run the 4K camera and everything else and see what else we've got space for, which doesn't look like a lot. So we might have to actually make an effort on the weekend and set up the laptop to be my streaming machine again, if I want to keep it like this anyway. I could just knock it all down to 1080 and then it wouldn't use as much. You always go with raspberry, as you'll say. Really? Interesting. Yes. Okay. Sweet but sour at the same time. Need it. Yeah, I've thought that because you don't need to be doing 4K on a DSLR. It just generally the sensors are much bigger and you just get the nice crisp clean thing. And realistically, the Osmo, as great it is, from the 2 cameras I had, I bought it to do stuff out in the field, really. I just so happened to realize that because of the physical filters, we could use it instead of that thing behind me. But yeah, that could be the next, apart from maybe the Stream Deck, that could be the next like big thing I look at getting. But if I'm gonna do the laptop as a streaming computer, I haven't got the space to really have it so I can like use OBS or at least keep an eye on stuff. And you can do some things to put it onto so you can use OBS on the laptop and effectively show or share it like almost like a virtual cam almost on your PC, but it would just be easier to have another monitor that it's plugged into, so I have eyes on it at least. And then we'll just run the PC from the monitor to the laptop, so we'll lose all the like window captures and some other stuff, I think. So anything I show, and generally it will be on, it'll probably make it simpler for me in the end. It will just be a more complex setup, but it should also give us loads of headroom to be able to sort of play games at a higher graphic and not worry so much. Because right now, with what I'm doing with the 4K, the 2K streaming, some of the scene setup, like this one, and the full scene setup, and particularly the pantry, they use loads more GPU because I've got the background remover on. So that's not great. Meatloaf is mine. Okay, nice. That's a good one, actually. Meatloaf. Anyway, that was a zoom. I like that. It's just a script in OBS. But here's Elmo. Here's Elmo's lovely channel as we scoot through it. Check it all out. Here's his about bit. He's Elmo, so-called gamer. He tries. Married with 3 kids. They're all adults, including the wife. I think that's what that means, right? I like the adults now. Was you married and they weren't an adult?
His name
I
is
know you
Dylan.
didn't mean that.
Dylan,
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Dylan
from the chat. In the chat.
Dylan
from the chat. In the
What's
chat.
popping?
It's Dylan from the chat. In the chat. What's up?
Our lovely man Tom with the voice. Just when watching Rocky Horror Show. Okay, here you go. I would do anything for love, but I won't do the washing. Yeah. Plays a wide range of games and also loves all different styles of crafts. They are a crafty crafter. Got the PC set up there. Look at that. Lovely. Very nice. This is great, man. I could just zoom in on in the actual like window, in the window capture, but I thought I'd just show this off because I got it working. Finally. Got some videos. Yeah, what's popping? What is popping? So we got Elmo raided in just recently at the start of stream after 2 hours of playing. What was it? This one, Retro Willy Wind. I don't know, something like that. You're basically a Blockbuster manager because now Blockbuster's no longer. We play games to remember the times that it was around. I guess that's what we're saying. Car dealer, playing laundering simulator. I was watching you do that actually. Yeah. Quarantine Zone, great game. Drain Sim, didn't see you play that. Hosey. Now I know that's like looking like a cozy game, but is that an X-rated game? Are you on the streets? Anyway, other than that deal, we're I'm pushing everything to the limit today. We're streaming not everywhere, but like should be streaming vertically and horizontally over on YouTube. I can't confirm the vertical, but I know horizontal's working because I can see it over there. As well as vertical on TikTok and both on Twitch as well. So the encoder is very busy and very angry at 80% right now. The VRAM is at almost maximum. And the 3D, even though the game is open but not fully on, is already at 64%. I thought we'd try Soulframe because last stream we were doing slightly less than this. I wasn't using the camera on 4K setting, it was on 1080. But more or less everything else is the same outside of trying to stream to YouTube in 1440p on vertical and horizontal. And the 2 games we played struggled. I think it was Enshrouded. That struggled a bit. It was a bit skippy. And I couldn't seem to fix it with settings until I really dropped everything down because the VRAM is running high and so is the 3D already. And then we tried Dying Light 2 because I had a Lurker key. I had to do something for that sharpish before it ran out. And that actually we got working. We put frame gen on and a couple other little bits, and it still was running quite high, but it was working. It was fine. They had me outside in 4 degrees for an event. Ouch! Shouties for the gloves. Hell yeah, man! You're welcome. Glad they're working out for you. That's good news, man. That's great news from someone that like I've got Raynaud's, which means my blood flow to my extremities isn't great at times. It's been better in adult because I manage it better probably. But as a kid, it was real bad. Like walking to school in the like colder months was horrible. I'd get into school and my fingers would be throbbing. I'd had gloves on as well, and it just wouldn't really matter. They're probably bad gloves to be fair. But yeah, I remember like putting them on the radiator, and the radiator it wasn't actually burning them from heat. It was like the feeling, I guess, of just like pins and needles, but it was burning pins and needles. Horrible. Then like pretty much blue. Everything was like you touched it and you could see like a white line go through your hand. Hi Elmo on the YouTubes. Nice one. Are you on your phone at all, Elmo? Can you see if verticals there and horizontal? I mean, I've got both. I think both are active. Yeah, both show active. And I set it up so that one is on the primary ingest server and the other one's on the backup ingest server, which I think how you do it. I can't remember. But yeah, that's Elmo. We need a picture, Elmo. We need a picture of Elmo. Should we go here? I think now, Mo, from my point of view, all you need to do really now, apart from putting time in, continue to do it, and just checking things, honing your craft, as it were, finding out what you enjoy and what works for you, is probably getting to a point where you've got some kind of either a schedule of certain days, which you might already kind of be having because you're very new, 2 weeks in streaming, that's nothing, or a time in a day, and then just over time sticking to that, people will come to know it. I like this, by the way. Can you see that there? It's like mustache, the spin around. That's cool. That's real cool. I like that. That's very nice indeed. Where are we at? There's his voice. We don't hear anything there, do we? Where can I funnel that through? Could just show that as well.
What do you want? You want a...
There you go. There you go, sound.
Where's that one? That one. Punish romance.
You're getting really good at that. I've got to be honest, Elmo. There's a couple of streams that'll come in, and because your mic's actually been on, you've been really good at just talking your way through the game. You've not necessarily had somebody that I could see there talking to you to spur that. You've just been talking your way through what you're doing, the puzzle you're figuring out. That's kind of all it is, really, right?
Movies tomorrow.
To keep until you've got someone to talk about or talk to and just share the game. Yeah. If you're doing a puzzle, just reiterate what the puzzle and the purpose of it is, that kind of stuff. It's something I've heard from someone else recently, because I don't know if I do that. Yeah, cracking job. Impressed. And I like Elmo's little character as well. Decent. So I'm going to take a clip of that. Oh, that. Hold. Yeah. First time, yeah.
You can't prove I broke my last rental. I won't.
I'm going to get it when your mouth's open as well, yes.
Go up, pay your bill.
Brilliant. Zoom.
Drama.
Hold. Right. Zoom. Alright, we'll just press the button now. Zoom doesn't... I don't like Zoom. Zoom doesn't like me, okay? I have got as well. I don't know if it'll work here, actually. There's another one I've got, which is from... There's a Windows thing called... Is it like Smart Things or something? What's it called?
Are you still enjoying Bounce Mode?
I can't remember what it's called. Smart Tools or Smart... No. Is it that one? No, that's Command Palette. Power Toys, that's it. So something in Windows 11 at least called Power Toys, and there's a few things in there that are just basically tools. And one of them is that isn't already set to be on. Maybe I downloaded it and never used it, I don't know. It's called Zoom It. And Zoom It basically is, so the current Windows, when you or whenever I use the normal, like press the window and press plus or minus to zoom in on a monitor, it zooms in on every monitor, which is bad when you're trying to stream and have a view on other stuff, because then when you zoom out, sometimes stuff moves. It's not great. So I didn't like that, which is why I started looking for something that we could use as a zoom just in OBS. But then I also stumbled across Zoom It whilst I was looking at different options, as well as Zoominator, the plugin, which is good, but actually this script works pretty well. And I think there's a way to click onto it so you can use it across different sources.
Zoom,
GTS?
Zoom, zoom, hold, zoom, 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 zoom,
zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Maybe should I just have a redeem where all the words I say are zoom? Brilliant. And it's my TTS. I thought that sounded a bit like me. Yeah, so there's a Zoom It app, which is, and I've set it as Control 1. So I think that just works on whatever monitor that your cursor is on. It picks that up and it only zooms into that monitor. It doesn't zoom everywhere else. So hopefully, zoom. If I do it now, it should. Yeah, sick. And the good thing with this is that when I use the mouse's spin wheel, we can actually just zoom in and out with the spin wheel. So that's actually a really nice tool. But it obviously doesn't just do it inside a window capture. It only does it inside the monitor you're looking at, which is fine, to be honest. And if we do switch, which you're gonna probably have to do, finally get around to switch into the 2PC setup again. effectively anything I'll be showing on screen will be from the monitor. So this could be a really helpful non-OBS way, because I won't be able to really use, I suppose I will be able to, but this could be a slightly nicer way to do it. Look, there's Elmo into his head. He's looking at us. He's looking at us. He has an eye on us, everybody. Everybody, he's looking at you. Get into his beard. Oh no! Yeah, so that's zoom it. Damn. That's a really good tool, man. I'm a bit scared that I think if I open Canva, don't know what's going to happen. But we're about to mess around and find out. I don't dare go to full screen, because if I go to full screen, there's a high chance that everything will break. So we open up Canva and fingers crossed, everybody. It might be okay. Shouldn't use that much, to be honest with you. Cool. There's my my little thing. I started to play around with my panels as well. If you go on there, you might notice I've deleted a load and I've thrown that on. I'll be having to swap over to Stack Up soon. I'll be dropping, if you didn't hear me earlier, not dropping, but like we'll be switching over from Little Princess Trust to Stack Up. I think overall it will give us, because they do some stuff for people when they donate as well as me doing stuff, it's just another way to potentially give back to the people that donate, as well as there's a community of people on Twitch specifically that raise for it, and they're kind of almost like stream teams effectively. So selfishly as well as non-selfishly, I think it'd be a nice way to find more collaborators alongside the crew team, that kind of we can look at to raid into, or we can do like joint fundraisers for, because at the minute doing it for Little Princess Trust, I don't have that. Little Princess Trust isn't integrated into Twitch, whereas the Stack Up have a team, a small team of people that go out, look at people, check their streams out, figure out if they think they're a good fit, and then they reach out to them and they say, look, we think you could be good for us, here's all the rules, you don't get paid for it, it's just exactly the same as what I'm already doing, but they provide more incentives to offer to people that donate, as well as to the streamer. When you hit certain goals on certain events, you could put into a similar giveaway for the streamers, and then the stuff that you could win from there, high chances is I'll just give it out to somebody in the community anyway. Maybe not straight away, it might be thrown into another giveaway of some sort, I don't know. Or we could, if they've given away within the event, we could do it that way. So I think it makes sense, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's find a spot for Elmo. Where should we put Elmo in the Raid Heroes Pantry? I think down here. Or maybe next to Costume. But first, we need to get a jar and stick him in the jar. Duplicate. Paste. That could be great, because look, you're talking into the mic already. Elmo 76. Bosh. Yeah, and if you swung by on any of the platforms we're streaming on, we are giving away some Soulframe keys. I don't know how many. I've got a few, but I might reserve a couple for some people from a stream team. If you want a copy of Soulframe for PC, you want a key for it rather, then let me know. Speak your mind in chat. Let us know. I think if we don't get enough or any kind of real interest in it this stream, I'll either just throw it into the free game giveaways for other people to do something with, or all the keys I've got or can get hold of, I'll look and I'll find people that want it, and then we'll just give them away that way. But here is Elmo. Let's copy that. And then I'm going to put it in... Nope, not in there. Pop him in there. If you notice, the exact correct size is pasted in, because I thought about that when I made it. Saves me resizing it, unless I need to make him bigger for the first, second, and third. Next is need to hide him behind. There we go. Nice. Shave that. Current page. Download. Very good. Very nice. So yeah, man. Thanks, Elmo. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you for the lovely raid. I think that's the second time Elmo's raided. Maybe the third. First time was like a test stream raided in. I don't know if you've done it since then. This could be the second time. So big W, man. Thank you very much. And one more time, there's their About page. Go check them out. Lovely bean. Newly affiliated. Has got some emotes and stuff already. And here below is all the streamers, or at least some of them, based on recommendation potentially, that they recommend. There's me. Kieritissa, Mr. Bombati, Meek, Tom NK21 plays loads of Phasma, really great UK content creator, great voice, great beard, great hats. Odin, the bearded one, I don't think I've watched Odin. Content Delta, big fan, like Content Delta, and obviously Mathman, his alter ego, and Christina's Leather, which I hope isn't just her streaming her vagina. Or maybe we do, I don't know, do we? I don't know. Sorry, not sorry. Not sorry at all. Right, Canva done? Canva is done, yes. Giving away the magic. This is the only problem with this. I could just throw it over there, I suppose, and get away with it for now. I'll do it here because I can't be asked. We need that one. There we go. Come to the pantry. Come on. It might break things, but let's go. Okay, we're in the pantry. Everything's not broken. In fact, it's gone down in 3D. That's good. Okay. This scene is actually better. It's not a lot in this scene, to be fair, I suppose. Odin and Stina both leather crafters. Oh, it's not vagina. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, everybody got to do the magic. Remember the magic? When a raider raids in, we put them on a jar. To get him in the actual pantry, you got to rub something really hard to create some static energy. And then touch whatever it is you're watching. If it's a monitor, if it's a screen, I just want you to give it a little boop and then patow. There we go. Elmo's in the stream. W. Big love, Elmo. Can I make it over there? Almost. In fact, if I get this to follow me, can we make it over there? Oh no, now I just don't move. Oh yeah, because it's following me in it. Yeah, forgot about that. I wonder if, is there a plug-in to move, like, there probably is. I could probably press the button, and as long as I've got this set where I want it, I'd have to know where I want to go to, wouldn't I? If it could like follow your hand, move with the hand, so it kind of, as you put your hand up forwards, it goes and then kind of moves this camera this way a bit so I can reach over, that'd be nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, look at it go. If I haven't made the video yet. I did like another video of me doing some work out of some like exercises, and one of them is like on a flat surface. I was using the front door. Is like put both your hands on it and then walk your way up. That was one of the things. So I've been doing that quite a bit, as well as the other thing I do is I need a pole. So I've been using the like the bit off the vacuum. You know, sometimes you can like take off the top and then pull the vacuum pole out effectively. I've been using that to kind of like push, not really, the arm lifts up on its own and then I just use it to push a bit higher. Because I'm still struggling with getting the side raises anywhere past that. It just, I don't know if it's fear or damage or muscle or what, but it kind of, like this arm, if you do it, it will just go up and hit the light. But this arm, it just stops there and it just feels uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt. But I can kind of go forward, over. But you see how it like loses that ability to stay up. And I can't quite, you know, there's still some struggle there, but that's really good, man. We're what, 7 weeks in? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But yeah, W, man, thank you. Absolutely massive cock. Nice one. Anyway, come back. I got lost there for a minute. Adds in 3 minutes. Boosh. I was going to show you something before the ads kick in. If you haven't seen it in the Discord already, I made a little video, and I made it at night, so I know that the sound isn't as good as I want it to be because I couldn't be as animated or as loud. It's quite monotone-ish. But as a first try of an idea I had the other day, like it's good because I've gone, right, I think I need to do this there, that there. I could definitely do some more dynamic stuff within the video. I think there's actually quite a lot I could set up and do actively in OBS to save editing as much. And this, because this was the first go, so this video here, 3 creators to grow your stream, is generally because I watch Super and he is supportive and he is also a coach for streamers and life coaching. So I think it's a good place to go to, and a very supportive community if you get involved with, can kind of just help get you some extra friendos who will then become viewers, all the rest of it. You've got Content Delta in the middle. Again, loads of like setting up stream stuff, using OBS, using StreamerBot, all that great stuff. Like he makes widgets and yeah, if you've ever watched him, you'll know what I'm talking about. W content creator, especially for other streamers. There's obviously other people like Nutty and Andy Lippy, and maybe I'll make versions of those for those people too. But the 3 right now that I tend to dip back into and more recently is the furthest one, Dom from Cast or Die. I just thought we'll throw some together, put it out there, and just see how it does. So it was like whipped. I'd think about it for a little bit. I didn't write a script for it. I just kind of did it ad-libbed. You'll notice that because the first like 5-10 minutes, there's a few cuts, but then I just kind of get into a bit of a roll. And it's all right. You could definitely trim down some of the words, but I want to try and do a slightly more like live kind of chat. I don't want it to be fully scripted. I'd rather me just talk naturally to come across more naturally than try and fix to a script. But I need to maybe just nail down some key points to hit, because there's some bits I missed, because actually I did the whole video in a really great take the first time round, but the mic had wavelink. I don't know about you, everyone else uses the new wavelink, but it's been crashing recently since the update, and particularly when I close something it closes, and it had done that. I didn't realise, and I did the whole recording and never knew that the sound wasn't there. And I was like, God damn it, because I even like played the video and I never heard nothing. I was like, oh man, I thought I had it on the wrong output, but I didn't. The mic wasn't plugged in. And sometimes when it does die, it deletes my mic input. Like it's there, but it's taken away where it's been heard from. Yeah, it closed itself a lot. Yeah, and when it was closing it last week and over the weekend a bit when I was using it, it would do that. It would just get rid of the mic input. We've got ads in now. I might even play some of that whilst you're in the ads, because we'll be live on TikTok and Twitch anyway, YouTube anyway, potentially, if it's still live, yeah. Look, I'll show you what I mean. So like this line here, this is my XLR Mark II. Despite all of these being in, so this is my stream mix, that's the sound you hear is coming through, to allocate it to that. I think you could just allocate it to the actual Elgato bit there, but I don't fully trust it yet. I don't know if all of the things that I put in there, software and hardware filters, come out through that or not. Whereas I know they should all apply through the stream mix. I'm fairly certain you don't actually need that for what we're doing, to be fair, but anyway, by the by. Yeah, when it closes, sometimes, especially last week, it was just, I'd open it again and none of those three at the top there would be, would have anything in them. It was like, what the hell? So definitely some issues going on there, which I hope, because it only seemed to happen since the update, which is weird. You have three mainstream and VODs. Yeah, I've not really fully figured this out yet. I set this up really quickly when I first got it, and it's kind of not changed it because I've not fully figured out kind of the best way to do it. Also, I think until I do the stream laptop, there's probably some changes that I need to make for it to work, to put sound over there nicely. It should get it through the HDMI anyway, but conversely I might need some sounds to come back over there from here. But you can use Wavelink Cast, I think it's called Cast Wave or Wavecast, so I'll figure that out. But yeah, for me, yeah, you probably don't need, I don't really need 4, like a record mix. Realistically, because I don't use this as my input for all of my sounds across OBS, I use OBS's audio mixer for most of them. The only two, actually there's only one, global microphone, that's the only one. I don't use the desktop global yet. I think I will, because I can channel one of these to just be the sounds that I want to come to that desktop. Like before, the desktop would be any sound that would go through desktop, but now I can choose that it's only certain sounds, and I could apply that desktop to be an output of Wavelink and control what that sound is. Like at the minute, so when we switch this a dual stream, because I don't have desktop on, when I'm sharing the desktop, you don't get sound from here unless it's a window that I've also got and I'm sharing at the same time. So the sound you heard from Elmo's stream and through YouTube and stuff in that window I was showing you is because I've got a window open at the same time. So we're duplicating for no reason really, and the only reason I was doing it is because I wanted to show you the zoom in and out. So that would be the reason for me. But yeah, you've probably done that quite smartly, to be fair. So you've got your main, which is for you to hear. Stream VODs. Interestingly though, what's VODs? Because if you were to stream to anywhere other than Twitch, VODs wouldn't matter. It will go there anyway, wouldn't it? Isn't that a waste having the VODs one? think. Am I? Because like you can't select for YouTube and TikTok in OBS. You can't select it to not hear that. So if you're making it listen to VODs and you're streaming with the VOD sound, then no one in the live is hearing it. Not set up VOD. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that would work. Because you manage the VOD soundtrack inside OBS through the audio mixer in OBS, right? I mean, maybe there's another way to do it. I don't know about it, but I thought you just like my VOD track is number 2 in my audio mixer in OBS, which actually I don't know, that will fuck everything up like that. But yeah, I don't know how many I'd need here. Like what I hear works really well, and it's basically you could have everything that you want to hear, and I still haven't quite figured out where everything goes and how I do it the best way. But I've got most of the main stuff that I need to worry about in there. Like you'll see, music for me is really low, so I manage that for you in OBS, so I can turn it up and down, and it doesn't affect my sound. So if I want to like pump it up, I've also got a limiter on it, so it can't go too high. And then I've also still got the Spotify sound, but I've got that maxed out, so I don't have to really fiddle with that very much. The voice chat is just for Discord. So again, I did have, so I had OBS ticked in there. So when I was showing Super something the other day in the chat, I was sharing my something that I wanted to hear it basically. So yeah, that's how I did that. So I was sharing my virtual camera, but you can't hear through the virtual camera. It's just visuals. So I shared the sound to go into the Discord chat, because the Discord chat comes out as that voice output at the top there, so that he could hear it and see it. So that's probably the way to get around that. That could be an effective way, that if you ever did use web virtual cam in your OBS to maybe pass to something like TikTok Studio, then you could use the wavelink output there to have the sound get output from OBS as well to TikTok. In TikTok you'd have to pick that one. I should do OBS there too. It's only yeah, actually that's there because again there's sounds that I monitor in OBS that sometimes I don't want it to be 100% for me, but I want those levels to be the same for you. So I knock it down for me, but it's the right kind of sound level for you, if that makes sense. So I think that's not a bad one to have, to be honest. But it's totally for my. Mostly though, I added it. So there's a couple that I listen to, so I want it separate from systems, because system sounds like the dings and stuff that happen with Windows. I want to try and separate those into their own. I wish there was just that function, like you could just select. I don't know if there is. I haven't found it yet. So that any of those kind of system sounds, so the dings and stuff, just from Windows, I can just get to fuck, because I hate hearing them. There must be like a singular sound system. I just can't figure out what it is. Maybe one of you guys can let me know. But outside of that, browsers similar. Music, we've gone through that. SFX and StreamerBot. That's because some of the sounds, sometimes I want to test it and hear it, but I don't want it to be 100% for me. SFX, I use that for kind of random things like LAC tools. You see how low that is? Because LAC tools is really freaking loud, if you didn't know. So I knock that right down for me, and then I manage it for you separately. Previously, in the other, I couldn't do that separately, really, because you were much more limited. So I had to mix that in with something else, and then it was always like I was missing a sound from some other app that I wanted to hear. Your button set up to toggle mute and visibility for OBS. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I've got that, and to some degree, I'm bad at it. Like LAC tools now, and had for a while. If that's what you mean. So that's the Stream Deck button that does the visuals. I haven't really set anything up for sound. Because we've got the plus, I think, haven't we? I've got the toggles at the bottom. So one toggle is Spotify, so I can knock that right off, and I could probably press it and mute it, but I don't bother. And I can whack it up, but again, it's limited anyway. And when I talk, it ducks, so it goes down a bit. The other ones is OBS Game and OBS Mic. And to be honest, now I've kind of managed the mic through the XLR, and I mute it through the XLR. I don't think I need that on Stream Deck anymore, so I could probably swap that out for something else. Before, when I first set it up, I probably there was a few more sound ones I wanted. A couple of them didn't work, like Spotify directly changing the sound didn't seem to stick. It didn't really work very well. Changing the gain or the sound in the XLR dock of the Stream Deck Plus also seemed to just fuck my sound. So I stopped using that. Whereas on the XLR dock now itself, like the separate one, it's got its own knob. And I don't think I need to touch it, really. I think we've got it to a pretty good place now. To be, it might still be a bit too loud, if I'm honest. Give music source in OBS so you can not record it. Yeah. So it goes, I think right now I've turned it, for a long time, for probably about a year, I was just playing and I am now actually playing DMCA free stuff from Spotify. So I left it in the VODs. I quite like there being some sound in the background. I was never very comfortable with it being quiet. But realistically, it's me that uses them the most. If I'm clipping something that I just want for me, I mean. And if there are other clips that other people do, normally something's happened. So actually, you don't really need the music in the VOD anyway. But particularly, that's still a problem. Like if you're streaming to TikTok and YouTube or anywhere else, those two particularly, because they got AI that's really good at picking it up. On the live stream, they'll kill the live stream when they clock copywritten music. Particularly TikTok will. YouTube less so, they just won't stick in the VOD. So it's just safer to play DMCA free stuff if you're streaming everywhere. If you're doing it in Twitch, you can probably get away with it for a bit at least. I did for a while. So yeah, effectively, short answer is yes. VOD is for is being set up so I can hear what is recorded. So you can hear what is recorded. So like you want to monitor it, basically, is what you're saying. You want to monitor what you've recorded. I have 8 buttons for each scene source. That's pretty sick. I think that's the thing. I'm gonna need. I've added another page now to this Stream Deck, which is great, but you have to flick and it's a bit annoying. I definitely just need an XL dock or a normal dock, so that like there are that many buttons or more that are just there ready to be hit, because I want to be able to do a few things like just a few sounds and stuff, and some other things that just would be easier not to flick through, like the toggle zoom stuff. That now is on a within another page of stuff. As long as you're not big like me. Hey man, if you gotta watch that music, bro. None music. What? None of those 8 music, Elmo? I don't know what you're saying there. Apart from the weird crashes, Dylan, really liking it. Really liking it. I think it is definitely an improvement from the previous one, and the previous one was definitely an improvement from Sonar that I was using, which was free, to be fair, and Sonar wasn't bad. But it was a bit heavier, like slightly heavier on resources, and it did crash quite a bit. But no, I think this is really nice, man. I think the layout's fairly simple. The only weird thing I find, I don't know if anyone else has figured it out yet, StreamerBot. You have an integration. I don't think they've just not updated it, maybe, but on your integrations there, you've got where is it? You see Elgato Stream Deck there and Elgato Wavelink. You can't actually like the Wavelink doesn't connect. There's no option inside. Like I've got it, and I have had it auto connect, and it's not. I'll do it now just to show you. Maybe it'll do it now. Watch, it'll show me up. See, it's trying to retry because it can't find the old one. They haven't got a new one yet. So it's not a big deal because I don't really use anything through it, so I'm not too fussed. And that works kind of fine. I'm still having problems though with my ports. I think at some point I changed a couple of ports when I once had an issue with a port being used for something else, which is probably me just trying to use the same port across apps. And now I think I've changed all of them. Like intermittently, like every other stream when I go to start up, like today, that was part of the issue was the port for Nutty just wasn't going through. It was all live and showing like it was working. Then I turned it off, waited like a minute, turned it back on, and it wouldn't turn on because it said the port was in use. So that's probably why Nutty wasn't shown to begin with. But you just can't tell where the port is being used, so you can just find another number. It's just annoying. It's not a big issue. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's decent, man. I'm not using it anywhere near to the capacity they could use it. Like I'm just scratching the surface with my setup, honestly. There's definitely some more stuff they could add to it to make it a bit nicer or easier. Like the idea of having, if I can find like in system, click in there and just easily see like Windows sounds in here. Like these are stuff I've added in to come through system. I'd want some kind of tab. I have to add an app there, and then I have to like look through all the apps to find it. And I don't know if like Windows sound, like that's not there. Like you'd have to click on loads of these. I almost want there to be like a what would you call it? Like a grid selection. Do you know what I mean? So like rather than flicking through and individually clicking on them, I'd want to like just to see loads of them and just like click all. And maybe they even pre-categorize some of them. So if you want, you can just click the headline and it will just add all of them in there. That would be a fantastic way to just make that even better, I think. I know, Elmo, you've got like a button that you shared in the Discord to like when you fire up a game, you press the button, it adds it into the game, like whatever you've got set up for the game, right? I think, is that correct? Why haven't they just got that already? Why doesn't it recognize what a game is? It would be my question. Like, again, for games, that should just be... There should be a way for it to understand if it's an app or a game. Like most, I think, apps or games, if I'm misunderstood, there must be a way to like understand that's a game, right? Or if it's come through Steam or something, I don't know. Or again, just have it pre-categorized. So you can just click and all of those games, if you load a game that fits into that category, it throws it into that particular one first. Because that's the only initial input I'd say, like I'd want that improved. The deck and the deck plus I only use for audio, my Excel for... Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, because it's the only one I've got, I use it for both. They probably got to update because Elgato said you can't have 2 and 3 at the same time. It's probably a coding issue. Can't have 2 and 3. 2 and 3? What do you mean? Whatever I said, if you're replying to something I've said, I've forgotten it. Oh, 2 and 3. You can't have 2 and 3. What do you mean? Oh, yeah. I found that when this first came out. I downloaded it on the laptop when I was in the hotel like a few months back. And it was messing all. It was doing something weird. I don't know if anyone came on that day, but it was weird. And I figured out it was probably some kind of like conflict between the two, because it just seemed like that wasn't working and the other one was balked. I deleted it and then it was all fine. So that's kind of why I didn't really go back to it, because I was like, ugh. But then a few other people like Tom started using it. Axel had been using it for a bit. A few other people I met who'd kind of already got it and said it was fine. So yeah, you just delete the old one, start this one up, and you do start from scratch, but it doesn't take you long. But it's particularly those, like, if you could categorize to select where they go, that'd be really nice. The only thing you kind of can do, outside of using Elmo's little gizmo, which realistically not everybody's going to know or even have a Stream Deck to be able to do that potentially, is in your system sounds here. I've chosen game, so that any new app will, or general app that hasn't been picked by me, will go into game. So then I can start to pick out what that is and filter those down to somewhere else, thinking that I'm probably going to play more games than I am different apps that have sounds. So over time, that'll be the best way to manage it for me, rather than pressing the button. But in trying that, it's okay, but because like a Windows alert might go off, I don't know what that sound is called, and it doesn't show up in Wavelink for you to understand what it is, for you to then move it. Like if you had like a Windows sound ping now and it was in the game sound, if you could click into game and there was a thing here for recent sound sources and it showed you what it was, then you could like pick it and move it. That'd be great. That would be better than what we've already got right now. Otherwise, lovely app. And honestly, it's a fucking W that's free. You don't need like that previously with Wavelink, you had to have a Wavelink product to use it. That was the real problem with that. It was still free, but there was a gate, which just seemed odd, because by giving people this for free and access to the tool and other things, you're probably more likely to convert them into a customer for the hardware, like particularly like Stream Decks and other stuff. Because chances are they might have a mic they really like, or they've already had, or they can't afford a new one yet. But like when they do, they might be more likely to go through to because they're using your products all the time. So they're just going to think Elgato's like, especially if it works, if it keeps on crashing, maybe they'll think, fuck that. But if this works really well and people find it easy, then they're probably going to trust the brand more and they're more likely to buy stuff. That's probably what they figured out.
Suit you, sir. Suit like that. Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh. Suit you, sir. How you doing, Future? What's up? Yeah, I'm gabbing. I've not played the game yet. But Elmo raided. Elmo was streaming for 2 hours, and then we were going looking at stuff because I was using my new zoom button, like, and complaining about things, pretty much. And I was going to show you this briefly. I made a video, which some of you know because you probably watched it, and you can't hear it because it's on. Actually, no, you can. But you'll see what I mean about the sound. The streamers too. So just by spending more time, like this was done at like 1 a.m. So I'm kind of whispering. People you might be able to vibe with, maybe in the same kind of situation. But effectively, all I did was I spoke about content delta. I kind of said, you know, if you're here watching this video, probably because you're a new streamer, thinking that eventually once the algorithm picks it up, so it'll be 6 months potentially until like some people find it from search. Maybe they'll like it, maybe they won't. In that time, I'm probably improved if I continue to do this type of video. Talked about Super for a bit, and then I talked about Cast or Die. And then I kind of gabbed for the last 3 minutes. There were other stuff and left. And actually, when I did it, I didn't put my. I could have cycled through more things, I think, and made a better use of that. So that's a good thing to learn. And then in edit, I threw my page up, thinking, oh, actually, I've left Cast or Die up for like the last 3 or 4 minutes, where I'm just gabbing away. What I should have had is probably like a cycling of their channels, as well as maybe throwing mine in at some point. But yeah, there's that. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Watch the whole thing. Give it a like. Comment. Say this is amazing content. YouTube, please share it to everyone. Let's make this boy massive. In the penis. Look, now we're sharing the game. Interesting. Check system sound volume mixer. Oh. Hang on then. System sound. Yeah, volume mixer. See, that's what I mean. Like apps there, system sounds, but when you go to
brand spanking new hand,
nice,
or brand new spanking hand,
Wavelink, and you let's go system. I think I might have already put it in there somehow, but look, you've got Teams, administrative tools, Adobe, Apple, like media players in there. If we go system, got configuration and information. It's possible that that is that, but realistically. And it might just be a constraint of how Elgato are looking and saying what it is versus what Windows call it. Because if we're calling that system sounds there, you can draw. Sick. How do I not draw? Okay. Then we should see that in Elgato surely, so we can pick whatever that is. F it off. I mean, I suppose realistically, what I could do is knock that down, and then I won't hear as much, right? So that would be better. So we're kind of managing it anyway. So maybe it's not such a big problem. And look, do you lack tools as well? No, I'll keep that high. Yeah, thanks, man. StreamerBot's already at 1, which is weird. Because it's been managed somewhere else. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just see what I mean though. Like realistically, great that you can do that, but if you're using Wavelink and you don't know or think to look there, then your instinct would be, and to be honest, they're probably not going to be as stupid as me to even worry about that. But you'd want to see it say system sounds, so you can just bucket that somewhere and control its sound. Rather than going, because the whole real point of using Wavelink would be to like not need to use that. Like it manages almost all of that for you, doesn't it? Like once you've got it set up. You don't need, I think apart from what happens, do you know, have you tried using like your Windows sound key? Like, what does that actually affect? Oh, interesting. So because I've got my main output as my game, when I'm doing like the window in the bottom right, the actual volume bar there. So if you've got a volume toggle somewhere on your keyboard or something, that's just doing the game. It's not doing everything. That's interesting. Good to know. Yes, good to know. Anyway, let's stop sharing display for now. Don't need the window no more either. Oh, should play a game. How long we streaming? An hour and a half almost. Nice. I've got the game ready. I'm just looking at the GPU and pooing my pants a little bit, honestly. You got 4 volume dials. 4 volume dials? What? Down on your Windows bit? I've only got 1. That's not fair. I want more than 1. Yeah. Why have you got more? Elmo's got more than me, Mum. Why? Bastard. Is it appropriate to tell jokes in this stream, or should I wait for the next normal stream? What do you mean normal stream? Any normal? Is any stream normal? Future tell joke. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Tell the joke. As long as you're not being racist or anything that'll get us TOS'd, it's fine. Because this is a dev stream? This isn't a dev stream. This is... No, this isn't. What, because I'm giving away keys, you mean? Is that what you mean? Or because I'm talking about stuff? I'm just gabbing, mate. I wouldn't worry about it. Tell jokes. I just started to ramble on about stuff and you lot kind of let me. So I carried on. You missed the start. You missed the start. Damn it. See, I missed that message too. Yeah, I missed it. You didn't miss much. I had to go away and say goodnight to the boy anyway. It's fine. You wrote this as a dev stream in Discord, I think. Did I? I didn't mean to. Did I say that? Key giveaway frame. No, unless it was an auto post. I don't think I did that. Oh, I'll tell you what. No. The devs from some Soulframe, they did their own stream on Soulframe channel. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Thank you for the bonk pixel. Yeah. No, yeah, they were doing... Soulframe themselves were doing one. Nothing to do with it. You can tell the jokes we like. I'm not affiliated or linked to them in any possible way. When we do keys, it's because legends like Pixel, you guys have given us keys, or I've got hold of some from their live stream, or because I paid for the Founders Edition, so I got 10 keys for free. So we're not linked. It's no problem. There's no like limit to what we can say outside of being normal with TOS, really. The news that maybe you missed also is we're linking up with StackUp. I think by next week I will have switched over from mentioning Little Princess Trust, and I'll probably keep the link for Tiltify in case we ever want to just do some stuff for Little Princess Trust. But I'll kind of get rid of it from the panel in my about page, and I'll link it kind of everywhere, and then we'll just do what we do with Princess Trust. We'll have it kind of like a bar here, maybe a separate bar elsewhere. But when I do like proper events for them, the only real kind of caveat they say outside of like just not breaking TOS really would be that you have to have a StackUp bar on every scene when you're doing a proper event. But when you're just doing general fundraising constantly, I can just have a bar like this on certain scenes. I haven't got to show off all the time. But those events that we do, I think part of the reason is because they go towards things like giveaways that they give to people who donate. So there's certain events where, like, if you, the watcher, donate to them within that event, you get put into like a giveaway of theirs for some tech or something that they're doing, wherever it is that's in the giveaway. So there's like some mics. I think the next one they're doing is in April. And there's a Logitech mic, or maybe like an Elgato or some kind of little key light thing they're giving away. But it's not for everybody that donates. It's just for people that kind of donate, get put into a giveaway wheel, and win it. I don't know if they do that live on their own streams, because StackUp, I've never really watched them, but StackUp do their own. They have a stream team. Tops. Oh, we got Elmo #1 still. Yeah, you're dead ahead of Axel 1. It's not far actually until we almost the end of this month, I think, actually, isn't it? I think we did it in December, so it'll be end of March we kind of pull off the next one. Axel 2nd, Roxy 3rd, Future 5th, Stream Elements technically, I forget, I've got to fix that. So Hades really is 5th, Paston is 6th, Dame is 7th, Gary is 8th, Moni is 10th, and someone, actually no, Moni is 9th. Yeah, you know. I'm high up in the confused army. What's my name? Your name is confused, sir. When do I order my mouse mat? Oh, no, I'd order it. I'd order it for you. Well, or you could order it and I could send you the money for it. Depends if you want to share your address with me or not. It'd be cool if there was a way for me to like set an order up and pay for it so you don't see my payment details, but you can put your order. You know what I mean? So you can put where it goes in. I don't see it, but and I put my payment details. You don't see that. So like that'd be a cool thing for them to be able to do. You just like share a link, and I pay for it, and then you like finish the order where it gets sent. That'd be cool. Major misunderstanding. Reporting for duty. I've been watching Rogue Heroes recently on BBC with the wife on iPlayer. Great program, man, about the SAS kind of when they first started back in the war. Real good. I like that. Jack O'Connell, man, is such a great actor. Or like, I don't know, not about like an OG actor, but I just think he's a really good actor. And his voice, his Irish is actually pretty good, I think. I'm not Irish, I couldn't tell if it's accurate, but it's pretty like, he's put a lot of effort in. He's convincing enough for me. I don't care. But that's a good show, man. And there's some other people I recognise from different shows in there. But yeah, I like that. It's fun. See, you gave me a joke inspiration already. Nice. There you go. Do it as a giveaway. Do what? The mat? What, you'd want to like win the mat to then do it as a giveaway? That's a cool thing to do. That's a cool thing. Could do it in your stream. Give away my mat in your stream. I don't want this fucking shit mat. Someone else have it. I don't want it. Actually, the mat's quite cool. I quite like the mat. I thought about buying it for me, but I don't know if I've actually got... The mat I got is kind of the right size. I think that mat is not as wide, this one. Clean or dirty? Dirty all day. Dirty all day long, mate. Dirty all... Let's see if this game works and doesn't crash stream them. Vertical, game capture, Soulframe. I picked this partly because they were doing a live stream today, and I've got some keys to give away, so it could encourage that. But secondly, because I'm running everything so high, this seems to work really efficiently. I don't know if I could trust any other game, so I thought we'd try this and just see like, oh, we tried Dying Light, and we needed to add frame gen for that not to be jumpy. Enshrouded kind of shit the bed, honestly. There wasn't a way to put frame gen on. I couldn't, apart from lower and everything, they could maybe do some work to help that out. Versus a game that isn't alpha, if this works fine with the kind of stress we're putting on the GPU, then they've done a cracking job, honestly. No, we'll send you link to what I mean. Oh, okay. Fourth wall giveaway. Oh, okay. Yeah, sound. Yeah, cool. Did I ask you this one already? What do you call enclosures that contain a slightly sticky wet white load? The washing machine? I don't know. I don't think that's not dirty. That's clean. Bum bum. Hackages. Ah, nice. Like that. Do you know what? Actually, Acoustium sent something early before I just remembered when you said DM in Discord. Before I went off to say goodnight to the boy, I'm just going to check what they sent. Because they were referencing something, I think. Unless it was... Yeah, I think it was Acoustium. Yeah, it was. Total Recall. Let's have a look. Got that one. Flick back, aren't I? Try full. Just see if this crashes stuff, because we actually... There you go. Fine. If I share that... Nope. Let's switch that to this. Might regret that. That works. You don't hear it though, do you? Okay, hang on. Just... You stay as you are, and you... That. Oh my god! Maybe not that one. How about this one? That one work? Oh, that's the same. Alright, well you can just see his massive head and hear the sound at least.
So how long do you plan to stay on Mars?
Yeah.
2 weeks. Have you brought any fruits or vegetables onto the planet? 2 weeks.
Oh, is this when they're like shape-shifted? I'll make this smaller, you might actually get to see it. There you go. But what did you have to do to get that role, do you think? Angel, what's up? Oh, hang on. What do you call monks who masturbate a lot? Masturbator? But that's not my punchline. Okay, what's the punchline? Do you know what I mean? Like, just go like, we're here for an, we want you to do this part. Have I got any words? Yeah, you got 2 weeks. That's it. That's all I need to say. Yeah. But then what we want to do is stick your fingers in your mouth and say it. Fair play. She did the job. She got paid. Answer: Jesus. What? Jesuit? Like, is that like Jesuit priests? Hang on. What do you call monks who masturbate a lot? Jesuit priests. What's the actual? Is it supposed to be like Jesuit priests? My religious links are kind of is it Jesuit? Jesuit? Catholic Order of yeah, that's way over my head. I think I knew where it was going. I knew like there was a link to that first word. Good if you know what it means. Shit if you don't. Try harder. Yeah, thanks, Kusti. Thanks for sharing that. May as well keep that like that now. Would you share that, Elmo? 4-4. Oh, okay. Craven, you absolute legend. Previous one. Yeah, I think I'll check, see if I saved that one. Thanks, man. I have an extra key for Craven too. I need to do what Elmo does though and use my boys' Twitch account and mine on Friday, I think, when they go live next on Soulframe's stream channel, so that both channels get a key, and then we'll have 2 more keys that nobody else wants. I think like if we don't do it as a giveaway, because the giveaway on stream, it assumes that people are going to be either searching for it or looking at Soulframe streamers and come across and go, oh, we'll check that out across any of the platforms we're on, versus if I went into their Discord and saw who was asking for one, I could just go, I've got one, here you go. As well as like, I'll ask some of the crew team first, I think, if we don't have a load of people wanting keys today, and just to see who wants one that way. And mostly with the idea that we can do a collab, because we're much more talking about everybody trying to figure out doing days for collabs. I only really am ever available on a Tuesday and a Thursday. It might change a bit when the wife finally gets past her course, which she's almost through actually. She's passed everything. I think there's one more test left now. She's done the driving assessment, that passed. Now they've got like the medical type side of stuff, which isn't particularly in depth, but enough that they've still got to like pass it. And she passed something today as well. So I think there's not long left in it. Once she starts that job, it's 4 days on, 4 days off, like 11-hour shifts. And because she'll be on like a, what do you call it? I can't remember the word of it, but effectively they'll just put you on any shift that isn't covered rather than allocated time. The shifts could be kind of all over the place. So that could mean there's going to be other days where we might start to do something, or we have to change to another day because she's working or not working, etc. So yeah, that might help me then link up more with some of the crew team to fit in with when they stream. Gonna lurk. Play Fortnite, uncle. All right, Dylan. Nice. I've thought about that actually. Had like doing like a community night or community day or whatever, where we do something like Fortnite. I don't know if in Fortnite there. I would like to do something like Simon Says, or like hide and seek, or just all out everybody against everybody, rather than just playing on a general Fortnite map with 4 players. I'd want to do something that's just us in like a custom map, like Tom does some version of that on a weekend now with Apex. No, actually, Apex was quite good fun. I've just never really played it enough. But like Fortnite is free, same as Apex is. But there's those other type of games within Fortnite, isn't there? So like, if there is like a Simon Says or like a hide and seek or something, or like a prop hunt or something, I don't know, something that's just different and doesn't need everybody to be good at shooting. Do you know what I mean? Tell me to stop if my jokes are too grown worthy because I've got a lot of minutes. No, crack on, man. Keep the chat pumping. It's fine. I don't mind. We can maybe start to rate them. Ew, Fortnite. Yeah, but the only reason I say that is because it's one of the few things that is free. It's available across every platform pretty much. so it gives the opportunity for more people to be involved. Even like on your Amazon Fire Stick, you can play it if you've got a controller. But do something that's not Battle Royale. Just use it like you'd use Roblox and kind of pick a random game within it to just do something together. Do you know what I mean? Because outside of that, I don't know what else there is really. But it's just kind of is just a functional engine that you can just go play a random game like hide and seek or something. You need to play Fortnite. The amount of stream I watch play really okay. Yeah. And to be honest, if it's just like if it's playing with someone you like or know, it can be just a bit of a jam. Like my IRL mates that sometimes play games, generally if they're going to play online, they would only play in Fortnite. But then once they were done with Warzone, like which was after COVID pretty much, kind of dripped back into Fortnite because it was free, relevant, whatever. They liked it. All their sons were playing it or whatever. So they'd play it to continue leveling their sons' characters up and whatnot. So it's just accessible and it's not a bad game. Do you know what I mean? The mechanics are good, the shooting's good, the gameplay and the whole battle royale thing I'm not 100% fussed on. But if you're just playing with people and chatting away and whatever and you don't really care, you're not being sweaty, it doesn't really matter. Soulframe's a great one for that. But again, you've only got maximum of 3 people, haven't you? Speaking of which, we actually played the fucking game. They have an Uno server. Oh, there you go. Do you know what I mean? Something even like that. That's a pretty sick idea. Like another type of game that, but again, you know, because there might be Uno games out there that aren't necessarily easily available across all platforms. Like it's a bit like what's the one you mentioned, Future, a few weeks ago? You mentioned it. I'd thought about it before, but I just hadn't really figured out what to do. Like a community gaming thing. Can't remember the name of it. Jack in the Box or Jackbox games. Like that, I think requires there'll be me doing something on stream, functioning it, I guess. But then you guys primarily have to interact via a phone. I don't know if you can do it via Jackbox. Yeah, I don't know if you can interact with it through your PC or if you're forced to interact with it through a phone. And then you just kind of partially. It's good, and I don't know what is in it. I think, as far as I know, it's kind of like you'd play like question games and stuff, and you'd give answers and whatnot. Whereas something like Fortnite or something similar, where you can just get a bunch of people on different platforms to kind of play something together and physically take part. Both are good. We play on your phone. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. See, that's always pulled me away from the idea a bit. Thinking that like if you're only on your phone to watch a stream, to then have another app up, although Twitch does pop out if you have the setting in your phone, if it can handle it. So you can have the stream up, I suppose, and you can still play, I guess. I don't know, I was just kind of, I've never really seen anyone do it. I think I've watched Lucifer do it a bit. But I don't think I took part. I think I was busy working. It's slowly taken over as the metaverse since Facebook gave. Yeah. Yeah, if you look at Roblox and look at Fortnite is just a better looking Roblox now, really. You can create games through their engine, which you've been able to do for years. And there are plenty of games being created by just people. And I think there's a way for them to get paid through purchases or something within those games or like battle passes and whatnot. Streamer on PC, yeah. Quiplash is the funniest where you vote on made up funny terms for things. Okay, maybe it's just something I need to give it. I think I might even have it. I think I got it with the idea that I might use it. I'm just never planned enough, honestly. I wonder, could it be something that's really good in a collab stream actually? Where then the streamers don't have to be like too focused on a game that they're trying to navigate through, and could kind of almost like a bit like, you know, like a Super. So like Super hosts proper game shows that they come up with like versions of real game shows that they just play, and there's no real like points in it for anybody. But could a simpler version of that be done with like Jack in the Box and 2 streamers? So we're like the co-hosts of a Jack in the Box. Like one streamer probably controls it. Or something, I guess. There's also Murder Trivia Party, which is a trivia game. Ooh. Yeah, I think whatever it was I looked at, it wasn't those. Maybe I just didn't quite understand it. And it was early into me streaming, because I saw like Lucifer, I think, back then doing it. Wow, 3D pumped up quick there, isn't it? So I probably just need to give it a chance, like. But also, I would like, it could be a case of like taking votes, like, do we do like a Fortnite hide and seek, Simon Says type thing, which I think would be really cool for clips as well. Like funny. Or do we do, and maybe we do both. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me. You guys vote and tell me what you want to do. At the end of the day, I can have fun doing almost everything. I can chat to you for the whole stream, or chat to myself about things that I want to tell you, and I still feel pretty good at the end of it. The only thing that I've started to like reflect on is then me actually, do I have any content that I could really utilize properly to put on the other platforms to try and help grow the community more, and grow the coverage on those other platforms too. And generally, unless I've planned some things to say, there might be some sections I can take and use for things here and there. But I think just like clipping things that I think of are funny from streams, without really doing much editing, is a very lazy thing to do. And there's so many people doing it. You're really not going to get much traction on it. Like, there'll be some videos that do better than others. I keep on saying this, but that's kind of why I made that other one. I thought we'll just try a dip in the ocean of doing like an OBS type thing, a plug-in type video, which I pulled from the stream anyway, because it's things I'm interested in. I've sat down recently after watching Castle Dies stuff and him giving me the homework, and I've not properly thought about it. It's been just like banging away in my subconscious. To think like, actually, what is it I enjoy? And actually, all the stuff I plug into ChatGPT, it helped me. I plugged in Castle Dice thing and said, like, help me figure this out, because I struggle to go, what is it I really like to do, and what are my strengths? You know, what do I know enough about that I could be like teachable moments and stuff for other people that don't know as much. And it kind of actually painted me in a picture, was like some things I didn't realize before. Like, I am very systematic. I'm also very chaotic and ADHD brained and see squirrels all the time. But when you look at my ChatGPT work making widgets and stuff, I'm quite clinical because I've realized I had to be. So there's lots of like learning stuff in there. And clearly I've spent many hours dicking about with OBS, dicking about with StreamerBot, dicking about with Stream Elements widgets. There are probably things that I can say that other people don't know. They can find it elsewhere from more experienced, much more eloquent, better content creators. But realistically, if I know that, I can start making content. You'll get better at it as you go. If you stick with it, you will potentially get better. And if 10 people watch it and 2 people find value from it, I've done my job, man. That's all I can ask for. It doesn't have to be massive. Anyway. What did the male stripper who liked to dress like a hobbit choose as his stage name? What did the male stripper who liked to dress as a hobbit choose as a stage name? I think it's like, no, Gandalf isn't a hobbit, is he? Login failed? Oh no. I don't know. Got you tabbed up. Gonna work on streamer buttons. Oh yes, there you go. Hell yeah. Hell you. Dildo Baggins. I was trying to think of who the main character was, and it was blank. I didn't even have Baggins in my head. Otherwise, I might have thought of. Because it's Bilbo, isn't it? That might have led me to that. Yeah. Luna Tris. Sorry, man. I missed your message about an hour ago. Over on YouTube. God damn it. This is what I mean, man. I think I was looking at the Twitch chat, and then someone else has said hello, and I've totally missed it. Why, Luna Chris, I'm so sorry. Come back. Don't leave us. I was gabbing about bollocks. Right. Do you know what? Let's make that smaller. She said. It's what she never says. We can make that a bit bigger, and then I have a better chance of seeing chat stuff. There we go. Look, Luna Chris, come back. Why? I'm gonna write that in the chat. Come back. Why? Why'd you leave us, Lurkers_3? No. .3, is it .3? That's a weird name, isn't it? Lurkers.3. Sorry, but that was a bit weird. You're just watching. You're switching back to PC Mobile. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? What design corporation? Nymphidia's. What? Hang on a minute. Was there a quick? Hang on. What does GPU Design Corporation Nymphidia's Home-ready driver show as its warning message during driver update? Did you put the wrong thing in there? Nymphidia? Screen may flash. Oh, okay. Noise. See, this is what I mean about having that, like another stream deck with more buttons that will have, like, I don't know, a bit of a laugh or a clap or like a ding 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 ding. Do you know what I mean? Like little things like that we can just hit and happen. If the voice command thing was better at my voice, or I can train it better. Although I'm not using SpeakerBot, it's just a voice command that's built into StreamerBot. I wonder if SpeakerBot is a bit better. Anyway, I thought it was basically the same thing. Then it's, you know, you might be able to do stuff where it could pick up me laughing and or saying a certain word. That's risky, I think. I think it's pretty bad just being a button. This is crazy, man. I was worried because we were already chugging at 15 gigabytes VRAM, so 90% utilization, 70% 3D when the game was just on like the login screen. I had it full screen login screen the whole time we've been streaming. I thought though that when we'd load into the game it might jump up a bit because that was just a loading screen, although it looks really nice as a loading screen, or at least a like pre-in-game screen, whatever you want to call it. But we're in the game and nothing's changed on my GPU, and I don't think we're not skipping frames or anything. This is a W. Yeah, that's crazy. This game is in alpha. We've got an open world with nice, like, look at how much foliage I've got. I've got an inordinate amount of foliage. Like this is just grass. I said this last stream because I've got like I think it's even foliage is called that in the graphics. If you dial it down, you just see less. It's got less like grass to render, so it saves on some resources. Same with the trees and how far you see and all the rest of it. I don't think I've like got everything on max, but that's crazy. What have we got it on? So 1440p pretty much. It's slightly off because I'm playing it in a windowed mode, because actually if I play it in full screen, which I could do, when I try and tab out it goes weird. So I've put it in Windows because I can tab out and it doesn't go weird. I think I've restricted the FPS on all games now to 60 FPS or maybe 75, because that was another reason we were using more GPUs, because it's trying to make too many frames at a higher frame rate. So it doesn't play well when we're streaming. And I don't need that much FPS anyway. Like what we're getting. Show FPS, does it show where it is? I can't see it. We save it. Where does it show the FPS? I don't see FPS anywhere. Alright, 47. But I'm impressed with that, man. That's really impressive. I was already impressed last time. Like, we got DLSS on quality, so it's not even on balanced. We've got GPU particle quality is on ludicrous. Shout out to Chris who said hi in YouTube and we'd never said hi back, so sorry. Everything else there is high, and I think some of those, that's the highest it goes. Filtering's on 8. I think there's one above that. Trilinear filtering, I don't even know what that does, but that's on. It allows for smoother transitions. Brilliant. Dynamic lighting, ambient occlusion on very high. Film grain I turned off because I don't like it. Bloom I've left on, but the intensity's been turned down. We've got weapon element FX, so like the stuff that shoots out the weapons is on. All of that is on. There's not even optimized flip mode. Don't know what that is. Can improve performance for borderless and window display modes, but requires Windows 10. Okay, so I've got Windows 11, so I might as well just turn that off probably. But this hasn't got frame gen unless it's doing it in the background on its own accord. I don't see an option for it there. And we're running, so far at least, really nicely. Like, better, like, unfortunately, way better than Enshrouded. I think Enshrouded maybe, would it have more to render? I think you'd argue that Enshrouded's graphics aren't as nice as these. I don't think. But there might be more of a world that it has to do, try and... I don't know. Bottom left... Oh, was it bottom left corner? I couldn't see that. Maybe I can't see it because I've got my what do you call it in the way? The like Windows bars in the way. Whereas you won't see it. I'll look in the stream preview. Where is it? Where did I find it? Where was it? There. Yeah, save. Oh, whoopsie. Whoa. Is it bottom left? But that shouldn't be showing. There we go. Oh, there you go. I got it. Yeah. Yeah, my bar, I set it so that it would hide when I'm not using it, but it was stuck. Frame rate 60. Okay, so it's probably locked itself. Maybe it self-locks, or maybe I locked it to 60. Hey, I'm not going to bother looking. I'm happy with it. It's even got like GPU, RAM, VRAM. So the VRAM usage is only 4 gigabytes for the game. That's incredible. OBS is using 9, well, 7, 8, 9-ish, depending on what scene I'm showing you. With the current setup I've got, and all of the, I don't think really the extra, like the virtual stuff, vertical streaming, and the preview window you've got, it doesn't use a lot more. It's most of that is like, I think if I ran it much simpler, you could probably run OBS at like 3 gigabytes of VRAM and hardly any 3D usage. But because I've done stupid things with it, it runs a lot higher. Looks awesome, Mustard. Thanks, Future. Thanks, man. Does it sound alright? I can't even see the game sound. That update has like added all of my sound back in, so the things I hid, so I don't need them. Crowd control, don't need that. Blur, don't need that for now. Spotify, I'm over high desktop, can't. Tangia, that's quite loud. Add that anyway. We've not got game sound. Oh, there we go. Why did that turn off? Interesting. Now where do I find the filters? There. Right, all the filters are still there. So for some reason it decided to turn game capture off on, like it unticked the audio. I don't know if that's something I did. Yeah. Yeah, I just clocked that as well. Now, yeah. Just make sure the ducking's working on it. Yeah, it is. Cool. Yeah, it was really strange, man. Really strange. There were a few things I was trying the other day to make the vertical side work more effectively or efficiently. Like, because of the update, it seemed like source clones to use as scenes. So it's a source clone in the vertical canvas, but it's a source clone of a scene. I was using 2 of those so I could put filters on them, like masks and stuff. So like if you look at the vertical now on TikTok or YouTube vertical, if it's there, the like background is blurred out, which is a game. There's 2 game sources in that scene. One of them is the background. I've zoomed into a section and then like blurred it with like a triangle-y kind of blur because I like the effect. And the other one is just the game. Previously, the game that you can see the game in, that had a like a rough edge to it because it had a mask around the frame. But I think there was a problem with the update with the clone sources, because on that vertical canvas, every time I load up OBS, they weren't showing. because I'd previously unticked active clones, because I clocked when I ticked that it was using more resources. In the recent update, I think it's fucked with it, because previously I could untick active clone, it wouldn't render it in the background, but it would be an available source when I clicked over to it. Whereas since the update, it wasn't available when I clicked over to it. At least initially, I had to reactivate it, click it off again, it would pop up. But then after a while, it disappeared again. So, and then the resources started being used. So I reckon they've done something they didn't need to do. So instead, I've had to use just like duplicate scene sources. Which to anybody who doesn't stream means absolutely fuck all. Ooh. That's why when I've been thinking about, well, what could I make like curated content about? Because I don't really pay attention and know enough about games. There might be a game here and there where I pay some attention. I could do some tips and tricks. That'd be mostly because you guys or someone else say they want them. Or I think that it might do quite well as a video. Like when I was doing Starfield before it properly came out, because I had early access to it, I did some tips and tricks. And I was playing it loads that went on TikTok, and that's kind of what drove the TikTok following that I've got, which no one really comes by for that because I stopped doing stuff on TikTok for so long. So I know they do work and they get some traction when they're done right, and they weren't streamed, that was just me making them off stream. But I spend so much time in OBS, Stream Elements, that it would make sense for me to make that content. One, just for me, but two, because I like talking about it. Like I have thought about effectively stealing people like Pixel who know things about games and being like, yo, do you want to come play with me? Teach me the game. And we actively listen to what they're telling us, and then I use what they say in like a content for YouTube and stuff, like with their permission. And one way that we're given, if they want it, they get a bit of what do you call it? Like we share them with the world effectively, whoever's going to watch. Coverage, I suppose that's the right word. But two, because I don't know enough about the games, it helps me do those types of videos. Push them out somewhere that could be watched, be useful, could bring him some new friendos that come along, spend time in streams, maybe like stack up, donate to this, you know what I mean? Like it's a strategic thought, which is a fucking horrible thing to say out loud, but you kind of need to think that way. If the goal is, I want to have fun, I want to chill to whoever wants to chill, I would love to raise more money for charity, I would like to help people in some way, support them, big them up, share what they're doing, all those good stuff. But to like leverage and maximize all of that, you need more people to do more for everyone. Do you know what I mean? So when I say things that sound horrible and strategic and a bit like, I think overall, at least in my head, it's not for a bad reason. I'm not like, oh, I want a massive community so I can be a millionaire. It's not that. That'd be cool. But I'd just so happily win the lottery instead. And just like do stuff that can help, support, share, encourage, whatever. How's your kitty cat, by the way, since coming home? Oh, mate, she's amazing. I got her... My boy and the wife won't let her out, or wouldn't let her out, without a tracker. So I had to look at getting a tracker for a cat, which is nuts. Anyway, like, it's kind of cool. So I looked at some options, and the cheapest initial option is, funnily enough, a AirTag from Apple. And then just stick that in like a collar that's got like an AirTag holder in it, because it's an AirTag's really thin. It lasts about 18 months. And they've both got iPhones. My work phone's an iPhone. Most people have iPhones, so it's highly likely that while she'll go in this built-up area, she'll be near enough to some kind of Apple device that it will be picked up, because AirTags run off. I don't even think you have to have Bluetooth on. I think it just gets picked up regardless, because there's like in the background, it's just on for all AirTags. And are they junk? Oh, I don't know. I was looking at like options, and there's a couple of people who are like, this is not a bad idea. He tried all of the tags that were available, and there was a couple that performed really well, and AirTag performed really well. Not for a cat, but for just general stuff. And because we don't live in like the countryside where there's less likely to be people with iPhones and stuff, it just made sense because it was like 30 quid. Otherwise, like a proper tracker, which is cool because it could, like the one I was looking at was like 40 quid or 50. But then you pay like £6 a month. But on that, you get the app that can like show you where the cat's been and like do like a heat map of where they've gone and stuff. So if the AirTag doesn't work out, then all right, I'll maybe look at that. But I think the AirTag is good enough. I don't want to be spending... I've got too many things already paid for monthly. I don't need another thing. Whereas the AirTag plus the collar altogether was £40. And until 18 months' time, I don't need to buy another AirTag. I thought, yeah. A junk? Really? Thought the UK market share is of... Yeah, there you go, yeah. AirTags are better than many competitors because they allow you to replace the battery. Oh, do they? Oh, that's cool. I thought I just had to buy a new one. The thing that's annoying, though, and I didn't realise when I got it, because why would you know, is that because my boy's not 13 yet, he's not allowed to... He couldn't even have his own AirTag and connect it to his iPhone because of his age. It just won't allow it. And it doesn't tell you why it's not connecting. It just doesn't connect. And I've got a family sharing thing, so I thought, well, if I put it on mine, because it just wouldn't... I thought his phone just wasn't working right. So I connected it to mine thinking, oh, family gets shared, everybody sees everybody's stuff anyway, like iPads and stuff, where they are. So it will show everybody where that is. It doesn't. AirTags are classed as secure objects that only get shared with the owner who's linked it to their device. So nobody but me sees it. My wife's phone, for some reason, maybe because it's older, it just says that it's full, like delete other stuff. So we deleted all of her old iPhones that were on there still on Find My Device, all of my old phones. That get rid of a good 8 phones because I've had multiple through different workplaces. Also her AirTag, her AirPods, because she lost a pair a few years ago, and then the other pair she left in the washing machine that broke them recently. And she's got a pair of other headphones she's using in the meantime. So there's literally about 6 or 7 devices across all 3 of us, and it still tells my wife that there's too many devices. She can't add the AirTag to it. Before I added it to mine, and once I added it to mine, I don't think you can add the same tag to someone else's unless you do some kind of manual reset on it. So I just stuck it with mine for now. But it's annoying that the boy can't see it, and until he turns 13, he'll never be able to. You use tile. Oh, simple cut, really? Okay. You can actually hear the sound they make. You can't hear AirTags. I don't know, you know, I could hear it. It's probably not far away. I've not tried to see what the difference is with the... But that was one of the other ones I was looking at. But I think in the thing that the geezer did, they didn't perform very well. But I think for price-wise, they probably do fine. Who here... AirTags have come in clutch for me more time. There you go. Okay, cool. I mean, overall, all of those types of products work quite well. I think the ones that are built with Apple, because Apple in the background, their products, from what this guy said anyway, or one of them, even I think with Bluetooth off, it still picks up some kind of Bluetooth signal to ping it. Whereas other things like Android, you have to have the Find My app active and installed, where it doesn't come as standard. And sometimes, depending on the manufacturer, they might have their own version. This is my way, by the way, of moving in game when I'm talking. I just ran around circles because I don't know where I'm going. Wacky, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Who here has been hooked on Christmas Desert? Mate, I wish I could have bought it, but because I didn't, and I spent my money on an XLR and a number of other things this month, as well as my tax code still being incorrect because I've just not bothered getting it fixed because I'm a stupid man. And because I'm back at driving now, this is the first month I've been driving since my accident fully, and I pay for fuel before I claim it back. And I realised that's where my money's gone. It's in the fuel. I was like, crap. So I've been like pushing the company to get fuel cards so that like they pay for the fuel first, then when we claim, we just get a little bit back. That's a much better way to do it. Like, imagine if you're a delivery driver. I think Amazon do this for like self-employed delivery drivers, but if you're like a lorry driver and you had to pay for, maybe they get paid quite well to be fair, but if you have to pay for your fuel and it's all just for the, like 90% of it or more is for the job, Why are you paying up front for the fuel for the company to let them not have to pay you for a month? Because you do the claim at the end of the month and then you wait for the next month to pay for it to come back. That's stupid. In this economy, that's ridiculous. Found your lost luggage in Athens airport before the hand. No way, with no Bluetooth. There you go, sick. That's pretty sick, man. Was that with the Tile as well? Holy shit. I think, is that because Tile run off? Don't Tile use like their own proprietary setup? So it might not be as widespread, but it can be picked up on other things as well or something. Too expensive for my game. Yeah. To be fair though, on Loaded, you can pick up for 48 quid. I think it's still available. It might not be available anymore. When I first looked, it was 43 before it was, or as it was being released. I wouldn't pay. I don't know what you get in the deluxe version and stuff, but I would just buy the base. I don't think unless it's something really cool. But yeah, I would definitely be addicted to it. Like I've been watching Slack Jeff and Big Winter play it. And both of those guys have been loving it. I think I've seen a few other people like Sparky's been playing it. And I'm sure a couple other people. Is that all that's in that building? There's not like another layer to it. On Steam sale. Loaded. Oh, Loaded has a 55. That's not bad. That's not bad. But what do you get for the deluxe? Fennec wrote the God of War game. How many times he says the boy? Oh yeah, is that what he says? I've never played that game, but I think I remember. I've seen it enough and watched people stream it that it does ring a bell. The boy. I say that like not understanding if that's actually how he says it. The boy. Tweaky says spawn. I quite like that. She calls her lad her spawn. Do you know what I mean? Like I am honestly blown away with this game, man. Not even just like I've said this many times, I could run around this not knowing what I'm doing and I'm fine. Even if I wasn't streaming, I'd still be just running around. I'd probably be paying more attention, so I'd be doing more stuff. But just look at like the detail that we're managing to achieve while streaming in 1440 across multiple platforms, almost all of them in 1440, including the vertical if it is on YouTube. The YouTube vertical should be in 1440 as well, because I was trying to like maximize its crispness, so if I can clip on there we can get better clips, because Twitch's encoding when you clip, it fucking ruins the quality. Ooh, shiny thing. And we're just like, it's just running really well. I'm astounded at like we fired it up and I've not had a lag at all. Like there's like 0.2% misframes due to rendering lag. Considering that's got two canvases it's trying to render. Admittedly, the video encoder is at 91%, but the 3D is only at 77. It's not even breached 80% yet. That's crazy. Impressed, man. Big W to the team of devs. That this game is an alpha. Like you'd expect an alpha to be fucking shit. Like in terms of its what's the word? Well, you know, like there's been like games like Star Wars Jedi when that came out on console particularly and probably PC, it wasn't optimized. And you'd call optimization the ability for it to be able to have decent graphics and run at decent FPS. The FPS has just been locked in steady at 60. It's not changed. I don't think you can see that behind the bar, but it's not dropped. I could probably run it higher. Deluxe is basically just gives you your horse armor that improves stamina and gives you shiny ass gold armor that does nothing. Oh, that shit. Yeah, I probably wouldn't bother. I mean, if it's not much, Subnautica, the Below Zero, both. Wow, really? Okay. Games I've not played yet, by the way. Just realised they're called Axel Alex. Whoops. I don't think I realised. I might have said Axel still. If I did, that's my dyslexia winning for once. Me and viewers, have you guys ever heard of the term Gucci for good? Yeah, I'm Gucci. Yeah, a friend of mine who was in the army, I think picked it up from people in the army saying it. You don't think he says it anymore. I think actually he despises when I say it now. And I mostly just say it to him because he used to say it. I've heard that a few streamers from a few, and I feel like I'm the only one who ever heard that term before. Oh, no, yeah, same. But I wonder if that's like a British thing, is it, Future? I don't think Americans say it. Unless have you seen Americans or Aussies say it? Nah, trust. It's been Gucci for years right now. By the way, Woki's stuff on TikTok. Woki's been doing like catch kiddie fillers basically, or like at least expose them. So it's some kind of app they're on, kind of live chatting with men that should, or maybe women, I don't know, but it looks like particularly men. And then Woki's posing as an underage, like 14-year-old girl, and kind of just leading them into conversation and see where they'll go with it. And mate, like it's not like we've not seen anything real, like naughty, but they just shouldn't be talking to him in the first place, really. Not in the way that they're talking to him. And also, I clocked it as well. Woki's even used a picture of himself into AI to make him like ladified. And to be fair, not bad. And it's not like over the top either. It does look quite genuine and younger. So I can see why people get tripped up by it. But it is funny. Fair play. That's the kind of a unique idea. I don't know if other people, I've never really seen anybody do that. Rather than gameplay that you'd expect might pick up some attention. Like in terms of like getting some viewers and stuff and chatters and people checking it out. It's just that, like, do you know what? I don't know if you realise, Woki, it's something I said in that exact stream I'm talking about. When we were like, say something now to him like this. I think I said something along the lines of like his reply, and I said, he's clocked it. And I said a couple of words like dick or something. And I got a message from TikTok telling me that it never sent that message because it was against their code of conduct or something. I was like, really? Really? You've got like naked ladies in like black in was it like black screen, you can't see anything apart from like glow in the dark paint being dripped on their body, and what I said is against the US. Cyberpunk was the dark, yeah, even on PC got to yeah. Imagine my character in Crimson Desert, he started hitting the breaststroke mid-air. Like swimming. To be fair, I think I heard the devs on Soulframe today talking about, I think it's probably Warframe. In Warframe, when you jump and then you dash, you do like a spin forward. I think they said that was a bug, but they liked the movement so much they kept it in. And it was a sick movement, by the way. I like that. American streamer, yes. Slovakian streamer, yes. Really? Oh, wow. Okay, I would have thought that's an English thing. Maybe not. You caught the dude good? Yeah. He was gooning to me. They end my live when I'm driving and my GIF is holding the phone. Do they? So if you go live on TikTok and it sees you're driving even though you're not holding a phone, TikTok somehow clock that you're doing that and stop it. Interesting. Because I've had my phone set up before in my car in a dock and stream to TikTok. Stream to Twitch. And they don't have AI. It's never noticed it. But then but I suppose how much are you looking towards are you looking towards the camera much so it's classed as taking your eyes off the road? How do they that's a bit weird really, because as a passenger, the passenger should be able to stream. I guess it's just don't show the steering wheel. There must be something that it sees in the scene that if you just don't do that, then it won't pick it up. Like maybe when she's looking at you, have her look at you through the mirror. Like if you can, on the TikTok live app, can you use the front camera and the back camera at the same time? So you the big part of the camera will be her. The back smaller camera somewhere would be pointed at the mirror that bounces back to you. Maybe that's the way to do it. And it'd be quite a cool little visual cinema frame, yeah. Did you have to have my phone looking for? Oh wow, okay. What do you call a potato who's a douchebag and thinks he's the boss of all potatoes in the country? I don't know. What do you call a potato who's a douchebag and thinks he's the boss of all the potatoes in the country? A dictator. Dictator. Ah, dictator. Tater is another word for potato. Thanks for mansplaining that. Poof. Ah! But yeah, there's a high chance payday I'm going to buy Crimson Desert. At first, I was watching Madame Diablo play it a little bit. I think I was driving Afflict and she was on first on the live, like on the list of people. I just clicked on it to listen and she was not happy. Like, I didn't really see her play it. She was just moaning like fuck about the controls. She didn't like the combat because it was very button bashy. But then it's probably just not her type of game. Like, she doesn't really play... I've never seen her play Elden Ring. Primarily, I've seen Diablo play 7 Days to Die, survival games like Enshrouded, Valheim, stuff like that. And maybe is a bit more RPG button bashy. Like, this is kind of like that. You can slow it down and parry. So it's probably just not her jam. Versus, and I thought then I'd see like Tom or Jeff play it and have similar experiences, but both of those guys really like it. And obviously you do too. Offensive joke coming in. What's 8 inches, pink, and makes a woman cry if you put it in her mouth? I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to use it, but traditionally only men can be the dicks. Wait for Mustard to read it so we can see the punchline. Miscarriage. Oh! Oh my god. Oh god, we both basically said at the same time. I said that as you wrote that, or at least press enter and it came through for me. That's crazy. What's 8 inches pink and makes a woman cry if you put it in her mouth? A miscarriage. That's fucking horrible. Horrible. You could probably get away with, like, to make that less triggering, because it's not the nicest of things, to be fair. And I've known people that have had it. But I deal with things through comedy and jokes, so I don't see. That's why I would still find it funny. Yeah, I think even if it had happened to us, I'd still find it funny. Because like at funerals, my general like nervous go-to is I laugh, and I don't mean to. It's kind of I have to curtail it quite often. It's just like a nervousness that I can't control. And also it's just how I like to deal with things. Like, I don't really like to dwell on stuff. I try and find the funny. But also that funny can release, like, not sadness, but like emotions. So like at a funeral, I'll find like a funny thing, like a song that might happen, or someone will say, like at my granddad's funeral, someone said a thing that kind of everybody found a bit funny, like that was very much him. Can't remember what it was, but it kind of made me giggle, and then that released my ability to be able to cry a little bit. Like before that, whilst I was upset and stuff, it was like that kind of age-old be a man thing. I just generally don't just weep. For whatever reason I was brought up or whatever, it's wired, it doesn't happen. Whereas that like release of laughter, yeah, maybe endorphins, just kind of like, then you're not in control, kind of, yeah. But it was kind of it was also not like a sadness cry. It was kind of a mixture of like, that's funny, and also it's a sad situation at the same time. But you could probably change that to, maybe it's like 4 inches and it turns out to be their tampon. I don't know, because then that's like less triggering and maybe less against TOS. I don't know if it is good. Porn star or pastry joke? Porn star joke, I think we'll go for. Thanks. Can there be a porn star pastry joke? How about that? What's 18 inches and makes a woman scream? Oh my god. Thank you, Nova, for the follow. I'm not sure we deserve it, but appreciate it. If you happen to want a Gamekeeper Soulframe for any reason, just let us know. We've got a couple to give away. Last stream when we did it, or the last bunch of streams when we did it a few weeks ago, there were lots of interest. And right now, you'd be like the only person who doesn't already have a key from us. Crypt Death? Oh, mate, no. That's bad. I don't think you should be saying those, honestly. Like, there's a level, and I think those go past it, because it's like, I think there's probably a way to make a joke about that, like that subject, but like someone like Ricky Gervais is one of the only people that could get away with it. Do you know what I mean? Because it would be done smart enough. And it won't necessarily be about the pain. It'll be something adjacent to that, or silly that humans do because of it. Yeah, I'd be careful. Maybe dial it down. I get it. It was reading a Reddit for that one. Oh, god damn. And to think that Reddit, like ChatGPT and other AI, use Reddit as one of its sources of understanding how to answer your questions with knowledge. What do they say about a male porn star who never ejaculates on camera and whose name describes a day in the future? Oh, I have no idea. That's too complicated. Drake, what's up, Jake? I never heard that. I might have turned that too far down for me to hear, man. Did you hear that Tangier thing? I wasn't even looking. That was no look. I was reading chat and killing him. Yeah, damn dude, yeah. Mustard! I didn't have that either, actually. Maybe I was gabbing. Lucifer, what's up? Ricky Gervais has some kind of license from God. Yeah, or Satan, yeah. And so tomorrow never comes. Oh, okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah. Howdy, Lucifer. How we doing, man? The things kind of died down for you a little bit. I think last time you came in, you might have said, like, you've been busy, stuff has been going on. You might have apologized for not being around, which is, mate, absolutely fine. We do not hold it against anybody for not being able to come by. Fuck you also. No. Barely heard the tone. Yeah, I didn't hear it. I think, to be honest with you, I was looking at it earlier. It looked really high. Maybe it was that high for a reason. I thought maybe unhide all. I thought maybe I'd reset it somehow. Where is it? Tangier. Hide that one. Hide that one. We'll leave Twitch alert on. Can I hide anything else? Discord, Spotify blip. Don't need crowd control. There you go. I've got enough scenes there. Actually, Lactals can go as well. Yeah, I've got it visible now. So if someone else, or if I go back and replay it later, I'll see how loud it's coming out. There was one Reddit that said Jesus fed 2,000 people with 2 loaves of bread and wine, and Hitler made 6 million. Oh God! But see, actually, that's a way to kind of introduce a quite strong joke by framing it that way. I think actually that's a lot of what Ricky does. He'll frame it like, and some funny stuff in comedy, they kind of dance on that edge. Is it's done from another's perspective, so it's not coming as their thought. It's kind of it's like another character's thought, so you can't really shit on them for it. I mean, everyone knows, but died down. Yeah. Oh, sick. That's good, man. That's good. Very much. Did you by chance give any joke okay license to Ricky Gervais? Oh right, yeah, because of Satan. yeah. I'd never even thought of that. Fucking quick on the draw, and he's quick on the draw as Future. Are you feeling? Because last stream, I think Future, you said you were knackered because you hadn't slept very well and stuff. I guess you've kind of figured that out now, or you're just surviving. What did the Europhile call his 90s style hip hop album? A Europhile is someone who gets sexually aroused by urine. Thanks, I actually didn't know. I don't know. What did a Europhile call his 90s style hip hop album? Piss and juice? I don't know. Answer. Fuck the P. Fuck the police. Coming straight out the underground. What if I gave you the key and the coordinates to Agatha? I don't know what that is. You guys are in a different realm to me, man. You have the knowledge. I have wrinkles. Is that a guard? I snuck past you. Oh no. Well, you did realise actually, to be fair. You went home. Alright, with your shiny sword. Wait. Where's my shiny sword button? Which one was it? That one. Shiny swords! Yeah. Uh-oh. It's gonna blow! Oh god. Couldn't even use your shiny sword. Done him over with that one, didn't I? Fun fact, according to the Wikipedia, Havelock Ellis was a British sexologist who was reportedly impotent until the age 60. He discovered that he was aroused by the sight of women. Wow. Crazy. Meds and bedtime, mate. Don't be sorry, man. Good. Do you? do want to, and maybe the wife's new job will. Actually, I don't know if it will. It'll probably make it harder. Hey, giggity. We're in NHS uniform, making it harder. Get it? Anyway, I was thinking maybe it would help me start streams earlier, but actually, it could just mean that I'm. Sometimes when she's around, she'll kind of deal with the boy a little bit earlier, or has done his dinner. If I have to do that as well, I don't know, have to suck it and see. But I would like to go back to the earlier stream time that I was doing before, which was kind of 7, 8 at a push, so that I can kind of do 2 or 3 hours and it not be midnight. Because then I could squeeze in maybe an hour of, or maybe even 2 of like doing stuff like YouTube videos and stuff like that. And also I have noticed a growing trend of, like, we've got quite a few people from the UK and Europe that are watching. So at that time, it's kind of not asking too much, but you've got people that are wanting or going to bed and stuff. So if we can start earlier, finish earlier, so that those people can be around for things like raids and stuff, and not like expect or have them feel like they need to be around late. Do you know what I mean? I think that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. I know about it. My dad owns it. Oh, I mostly stream TikTok because I actually get viewers there. Yeah. I think that's the kind of thing that you need to be aware of, or open, flexible, maybe is the right word. 2. TikTok does a good job of, at least initially on a stream, pushing it out, especially as well if you're doing that, post a couple of posts before you go live, maybe within an hour. That will generally get shared to at least 200 people. Those 200 people, if they see it once you're live, will probably see that you're live in the little bar, wherever it is, and are more likely to click in from that. And they actually have a metric to tell you whether they're doing that, which is kind of helpful to see if it's even working. But just naturally, they do a better job at sharing your live with more people, really. But what I would say with that is, are they concurrent? Are they sticking around? Are they chatting more than you... like if you did 3 to 6 months just doing that, I would say just like consciously go, right, you might be getting 300 people coming by, so that might clock them as viewers, but if they're not sticking around for a period of time, so your concurrent viewership is still lower, then you can consider, right, shall I change something or try and do 3 to 6 months on another platform and see if you can get a better version of that metric there.
More memories unforgotten.
Other than that, crack on. The time I'm thinking about streaming will be too early for you. Really? What time are you thinking about doing it when you wake up? Twitch, I'll be straight up 2 hours with only the bot watching. Yeah, I think that's some of that problem is, yeah, Twitch just doesn't share new people enough. It started to, it does a better job at it than it used to. If you'll notice that from when you flick through your live stream, particularly not so much on PC, it still doesn't, unless you go to explore, but on phone and mobile, which I think is a large portion of their viewership, and is probably what they want it to be, so they're trying to compete with TikTok in a way, and YouTube, I suppose. But TikTok, if you notice, if you flick through all three phones, so go to YouTube, go to TikTok, go to Twitch, flick through all three's like shorts feed effectively, TikTok will generally share more live feeds than any. Well, Twitch is just built to do it, so that does it. That doesn't really count. But between YouTube and TikTok, for me at least, I get far more live feeds. Some that I know, some that are new, and a decent, probably more that I don't know than I do know, because the others aren't live. Let's say that I flick into more than me finding them. I don't tend to go there and look for it. It comes up as I'm just kind of doom scrolling. Whereas YouTube, there's far less lives that I stumble across. Like, if I'm on there, and Big Winter's somebody I do watch on there sometimes, I do follow, I do like, I do comment on, when he's live and he's even live on vertical, it still does not push him to my shorts feed when I'm flicking through and he's live. It might push me to a video he's done though that does tell me he's live. That could be coincidence, or it could be part of their way of sharing it. I don't know. And then Twitch is just Twitch. Like, you'll get like a mixture now, more than you used to, on that feed of people that you do follow and people you don't. But the rhyme or reason of who they share to you is mostly based off of who you follow and who follows you and who they follow. So if you're watching mostly big streamers on Twitch, the amount of followers they've got, there's an endless amount of people. You're going to get a real mixture of shares. But probably those other people watch several other large streamers too. If you predominantly follow or watch smaller, less like under 100 or under 300 viewers or less, the chances are their communities tend to veer towards smaller streamers because they like that closer community and actually being talked to, because there's not thousands of people trying to talk. So there's a better chance of you then probably on that feed or someone else's feed coming up on their feed, if that makes sense. I think Dan Clancy was talking about it the other day randomly on a stream he did this week, because the 3 streamers he was collabing with in like a shed or something, one of them asked him loosely about some of that, and he kind of alluded to that. But I think Twitch is definitely a community driven system, so you kind of almost have to spend probably more time than you stream in other communities, especially ones that are streamer supportive, that will ask and let you say that you stream. Going into any Twitch stream and just saying that you do, even like mentioning it in a roundabout way that doesn't say it out loud but everybody knows what you're trying to do, kind of thing, even if you don't mean to do that, 5 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, whatever, I don't know, they probably won't like it as much. Like, you're likely to, even if the streamer's fine with it, there's probably other people in the stream that you want really to be the people that come and watch you, because they might not be streamers, they might just be viewers, that'll be like, oh, they don't like that. Because especially if that's their main stream, often those streams are quite clicky, not even that they mean to be. So you can rub people up the wrong way by accident, just by like dropping a comment that like subvertedly says that you're in content creation. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might be like someone goes, oh yeah, the streamer says they stream to 10 people and it's great, blah 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 blah, and they do this when they stream, and you might say, yeah, I start my ads after 3 minutes too. Even something like that in probably more streams than we realize, has a negative effect. The streamer might not care. I don't, and probably most people here don't. Hi Freddy, how we doing? I've gotten nowhere in this game. Freddy, hang on. This is me, right? This is me probably for half an hour whilst I've been gabbing. Where's that tower that I was running around? Where's the tower? See that tower over there? Just on top of his sword. I was running around the top of that in circles for about 20 minutes just talking. So I too have got nowhere. If you'd like to join me anytime, you're very welcome to. My username's behind the chat. Come friend me up, bro. It's not even shown there, is it? I think exclamation mark Soulframe or SF. Yeah, you go. Thanks, Elmo. You're supposed to be going to bed, by the way. I see. There's your sword. I am still. Oh, mate. Basically, this is the very nice pixel linguist, otherwise known in Soulframe as Cravenous, who is an absolute demon at games, especially ones like this. And kindly jumped into some streams with me whilst I was playing, and a couple offline, I think, or after streams when I finished, and showed me the way, took me to some places, and that's where I got all the cool stuff. Also, that sword, to be fair, is a founder's sword. It's not one that I found. I went ahead and bought the founder's pack so that I could get keys to give away, and because of that, I got some shiny stuff. So that's why I've got it. I'm not really very far in the game. I've done like some stuff, but the stuff I've done is mostly thanks to Pixel, I'll be honest. Bing bong. How's the updates? Yeah, man, updates are cool. I don't know exactly what they all are. I was in the dev stream earlier, but I don't know what it is they said, if they've actually done anything. The last update I remember with the organ thing. We did that. That's really fucking loud, that organ, by the way. I'm not liking how fucking loud it is. Didn't enjoy that, especially like because it really overpowers the stream sound. But combat seems good. I haven't really noticed a massive difference when I've started playing it. Mate, I just really like it. Mate, honestly, I've said this enough times probably already, and everyone just tell me to shut up if I say it too much again. But, Freddy, I'm trying to push my PC to the limit to see what will break it a little bit. So, you mother trucker.
Yeah, I bet I did.
That. Who the fuck was that? How dare you? Drake, nice one. Did you hear that this time? Because I fucking heard it, you bastard. So I'm using my camera in 4K to get a crisper look on the camera, which is probably a bad idea because of using more resources. We're doing 1440p on my monitor and 1440p in the game, streaming 1440 to Twitch and YouTube, vertical and horizontal, as well as TikTok in 1080. And this game, its settings, considering it's an alpha, oh shit, I've got it in 1440. It's locking itself to 60. That might be because that frame rate's limit 60, whatever. That's fine. We're only streaming on 60 anyway. It's on quality DLSS, so it's not trying to balance the frames per second very much at all, really. The sharpening is down to 60. I could probably knock that up, to be fair. Everything else is on fucking high or ludicrous. There's one there, literally it's called ludicrous. And from up in that, the 3D usage on my GPU is still only 79%. It's just for the first time since increasing that sharpening to 80, it's gone up to 80%. We've not lagged any frames, we've not skipped. Thank you for the follow, absolute legend. But that was Elmo being a bastard. Making a sound. Always get, every time he does that as well. 5080 to be fair, so yeah, it's fairly beefy. But in all fairness, my VRAM is tanked. It's at 85% utilization, 14.5 gigabytes. But conversely, right, last stream we were not using my 4K. It was on, the camera was on 1080. We were 2K to Twitch. We were 2K vertical to YouTube, 1080 to TikTok. And the games we're trying to play on the 1440 monitor in 1440 were Enshrouded, which did not like it. And Enshrouded has normally been really good efficiency-wise. But I had to lower all of the graphics. And there's not frame gen. If you don't realise, frame gen really helps to like increase your graphics, but like reduce your GPU load. Because it's making the frames up. Your GPU isn't actually having to render really. But it doesn't have that. So we stopped that. And then I tried Dying Light, and actually that worked okay on good settings, but it had to have frame gen on 3 for it to like not skip. So there's some geeking out for you. Hope you liked it. Oh, I don't know if I've got that. Yeah, I'm too lazy to add that. Jesus Christ. Is that you having to do your meds, Emma? Is that how you feel? I definitely need to get me a PC. My laptop is dog. Ah, no. What? Look. Oh my God, it's a big dude. But I'm overpowered for this man. Also, Freddy, it took me probably 6 times playing this game to realise that if I press the left button there, I swap weapons. I never knew I had a pair of knives. I just thought they were like magical things that I didn't know how to use. And then by accident one day I must have hit that button and I was like, why have I got things spinning around my body? And then Pixel said, that's your side weapon. I was like, oh, okay. How do I switch to my big sword? Glad I live in Gibraltar, England, but good summer weather during winter. Yeah. Because I'm, wow, mate, you got an absolute beast. Really? You having issues? Holy mate, what? With what? What are you having issues with? How the fuck are you having issues with a 1490, bro? That's crazy. One thing I don't know if it's necessary, but I would like the 5080 to have had at least 2 more gigabytes of VRAM. Like 16 gigabytes for how much it cost is... I know they've got efficiencies and CUDA cores and that, whatever the fuck that is. but I just want more, man, because it like, you know, like when your battery on your phone gets to like 20% and you start having a heart attack, it feels like that when the bar fills up on your VRAM. Like, oh, I've only got a gigabyte left. That can't be good. For real? Yeah, man. Yeah, from Gibraltar. Try turning down useless settings such as shadows, water quality. Yeah. But I like, mate, you say they're useless, but they're nice looking. I like, don't like it, but there are the ones that if I need to, I tend to try to go to first. And then like last is like anthropic and like texture stuff. Like, look at how much grass is in, like when you make the grass detail, look how much grass there is, man. Look at it. Look at the grass. Just have that as like a, all right, it's phasing out, but foliage is nice. And we don't need that much grass, but I like how it looks. And I'm just impressed with the fact it's an alpha and we can push it this hard and it does look nice. It could do with maybe a bit more colour popping. But it's nice. Oh yeah, you're amazing, are you? Big dress. You are one of 40,000 people. That's amazing compared to 1 in 70 million. Yeah, that's actually, I didn't realize that. Is that all the people in Gibraltar? Wow. I know, but makes no sense when I have... Yeah. But I think probably, what is the problems you're having, Freddy? The Soulframe is... Yeah, it's nice. It could just do with a little bit... And I think they might have improved it a little. I think, upped the gamma and something else. Because there are colours in this. It's just... I think it's kind of a dark, gloomy game anyway. Because it's the setting and the whole, like, goopy stuff being infected in the world. And there is colour in it. But there's definitely... I don't know... It's just probably the start way. It is like an edgy look. So a couple of people have said to me, yeah, it could do just a bit more like colour pop here and there, and like these red flowers here could maybe just pop a little bit more, maybe. I don't know. I still think it's really nice, and I'm still really impressed with its performance. But what is the what's the problems you're having with your? Is it the stream that you're having issues with, or games in general? I've definitely, like, as I've been tinkering, figuring some stuff out, the frame gen is crazy. That I'm sure the 4090 must have frame gen on it, right? Do you get given that with the 4090 now? Because that's, if you got a game that can use frame gen, fucking put it on. Put it on to 2, 3 even, and you won't notice the difference, like, visually. It will still look nice. But what it will do is it will bring down your 3D usage. And if you've got your FPS on, anything more than 90, that's probably part of your problem as well. Like the amount of frames that has to render, and depends on what. Are you putting a 1440 or a 4K game into a 1080 canvas? Even at 1080p, if you're using high frame rate, it has to render that many more frames. Then if you use frame gen, it fakes the frames, so it's not actually rendering them, so that drops to 3D. It's weird. Overall, it just goes to 100% GPU. Oh, well, GPU. So 3D, or is that 100% VRAM? Depends what 100% you're talking about. Because there's utilization, which is effectively your VRAM, or the overall utilization of the thing. And then if you look at just your task manager, the first one, 3D, that's the one to keep an eye on for your stream quality. Anything I found above 85%, that's when things start to lag and fuck up, particularly on the stream. The game sometimes works fine, but then it starts to fuck about on stream. Yeah, I would. That's what I've gone by, and I don't really know anything, but particularly that's through testing is what I figured. Like the VRAM can kind of, like right now, the VRAM's at 15 gigabytes out of 16, and we're not seeing any stress on it really. My encoding is up to 83% because I'm doing so much with it, and we've not had any like frame 0.2. It was still at 0.2. And we've had it in the past when the encoder's at like 30% when we're just doing a stream to Twitch on 1080, and the VRAM has been at like 10 because my scenes haven't been as complicated or using a 4K camera and stuff. But the 3D primarily because of the game we're trying to stream in a high FPS, high graphics with no frame gen. Anytime that gone over 85, it started to lag. So yeah, man, I would check that, see what you can do to lower the 3D. And you'll probably find it at least helps. I don't know if it'll totally fix it, but How we doing anyway, man? What is good? What have you been playing lately? Are you in the Crimson? I need to buy Crimson Desert. Waki's been playing it recently. I know Big Winter has. I know Slack Jeff has. I know who did I say earlier was as well? Sparky's been playing it as well. I'm sure many other people. Madame Diablo tried, but she didn't like it. I was just waiting to have some money to buy it, even though I've got loads of games on play. One game I think if anybody doesn't play, which I saw Freddy playing, was that golf battle royale game. That looks fucking hilarious, especially with some friends. One question: what max FPS you put on game settings? So for my 5080 and this, so you'd have to kind of figure out what you've got, and I would semi-trust using something like GP to help you maybe understand it, because that's what I done, and then we've tested it and it's made sense of what it said. If I'm just doing 1080 on the game, 1080 on canvas, then I can get away with like 140 FPS because my monitors are capable of more than that. But it says to like keep your FPS like 20 or 30% lower than your monitor's capability. Like any lower than that isn't necessarily needed. But if your GPU is still pumping out too much 3D, that's the first thing to try and drop is your FPS. But now I'm doing 2K. I globally lock all my FPS to 75 or 90. After the last stream I did that. Because before that, at 1080, I was letting it go to 140 and it was fine. On majority of stuff. There was a couple of games where individually I went in there and changed it to help with it. For some reason, they're just more demanding. So yeah, I would... Depends what GPU you've got, what monitor you're using, what your stream setup looks like, how much is your stream, like TikTok Studio, how much, without a game loaded, with just like TikTok Studio, maybe a Chrome window, how much of your GPU is that being used? Because that will give you a pretty good base for what you've got left for the game. And then turn that off, fire the game up, see what that runs out on its own, and see if you've got headroom. And then run them together and just see what happens. Super Battle Golf, that's it. Yeah. It's so yeah. Look, it looked hilarious when you guys were playing. Honestly, it looked really good fun. You also should look up, mate. I just posted that in the Discord earlier because it came up on like Instagram. Actually, I don't think I posted it to my Discord. I think I posted it to my son's because he's younger and he loves cats. Does like an animated series that have got cats as the characters and all sorts on YouTube called Smoky Stars, which I think he's now doing on Caspian Cat. Is this Gizzard channel? Anyway, so yeah, that's the kind of game him and his mates would probably like playing. Because don't you talk in that game? Like, is it like, I think it's Yap Yap? Or there's another magic game where you like say words and it does some of the actions in the game, like shoots magic fireballs and shit. If you got your frame rate in the game settings unlimited like most people do. Oh fuck yeah, don't do that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, fuck that up immediately. If you've got an Nvidia, go into the Nvidia control center. And what are you doing? Thank you for the bitties ammo. Just on your phone hitting bits. Yeah, fucking Peak is bad for that. It would load, and sometimes when there's an update it would load and put it back onto fucking like 400 FPS. You don't need, like, realistically, unless you're some cracked fucking FPS player on Warzone or something like that, you do not need 120 FPS, man. You just don't. Like, especially if you're streaming a game anyway, and you're locking your FPS in OBS to 60 or 30, then anything above 90 is, I think even 90 is a bit of a waste of resource, to be honest with you. I don't know why my bar won't go away. There we go. So yeah, immediately fuck that off. And first thing would be going to the Nvidia settings, go to global, go down to FPS and lock it to, I don't know, whatever, something that's not unlimited. I never heard limited. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, cap at 90 to 120. Yeah, cool. So you might find you need to knock them down a bit, but like maybe certain games you just need to individually knock them down a bit further, because you probably only really need like 75. You could probably be fine with. You'll not. I don't think you'll notice. Like this is 60. I can only tell. Thanks. I've thought about making an actual redeem that does something to make it look like that. That has happened. That's someone's arm. That's somebody's arm, isn't it? That's somebody's arm stuck to that. The hell? It's a mix of about Pika. Yeah. Yep. Sure, my boy went on and on about that and told me to play it with him, and I was like, nah, it doesn't really. I never really looked at what it was, to be fair. But the Meow, I think because it's a cat, I'd play the Meow game. I like cats too. I really liked Little Kitty, Big City, man. That's a great game. And what's the other one on PlayStation? With the cat that is it like they're like a ginger cat? Oop, missed. Stay, that's it. Yeah. Great game. How dare you do the no swears? Oh my Jesus. Run away. Looked into that. But if you don't know, if I swear, exclamation mark swears in Twitch to know what they count, including if I swear with my hands, like sign language. If you can catch me doing it, you do exclamation mark swear in the chat, and then whoever catches me with that is the one that gets to choose whether I eat hot Bombay mix, napalm gummy bears, or what's the bean ones, like the horrible beans. Ugh. The only thing with this sword is it's really slow to swing it, but it does do absolute bucketload of damage. I noticed mainly because I was a graphic design guy and worked. Oh, so okay, so you clock the FPS more than you're attuned to it. Wear glasses that blur. Maybe you won't notice. Just see less, okay? Just see worse, all right? I think that's the thing. There's a sacrifice you have to make. Like, I don't like particularly, unless like Peak, it's meant to look that way. But Peak, you can still, it looks crisp. It's just a lower end type of graphic, isn't it? Like that's the style they've gone for. But I like nice looking games. I prefer like making it look as fucking beautiful as possible. Like if it's like Valheim I struggle with because Valheim just doesn't look good to me. I don't know, like really, like games like that, I just never got into it enough, or had mates that played it enough to really get me into it when there wasn't anything else that I could play. Like Enshrouded, I would say, is nicer looking and effectively a similar game. But the FPS stuff for streaming, I don't notice it, so I can easily sacrifice it. And if need be, I can sacrifice a game's graphics to a point to try and stream. But Enshrouded the other day, that was too much. And previously, we've not needed to do that with Enshrouded. So, like, I wasn't prepared to continue with that. I was like, no, it's not been that bad before. I'm not carrying on. And it probably wasn't the game's fault. I think it's more likely the amount that I'm trying to do in OBS. And then it doesn't have frame gen, so I couldn't like fake some frames. Ads in 2 minutes on Twitch, or 2 minutes 40. Am I even hitting that? No. Yeah. Oh, that one. There we go. I think this is the like testament to this game, man. Every time I played it, apart from when Pixel's like taking me on like a guided tour to do stuff, there's only been a handful of times where I really bothered looking at missions. I'm just like busting around chatting to you lot, hitting things,
Gentlemen,
picking up loot.
we are dealing with someone here who has absolutely no life.
That could probably go up a little bit, to be fair. I don't know if that blurp's loud enough for you lot. I think you're correct. I think you're very correct. Didn't I just smash these boxes a minute ago? I'm going to smash them again because I get more money. Even though I've got more money than I know what I should do with it. because I don't pay attention to what I'm supposed to do. Break stuff? Why aren't these guarded, by the way? Aren't these normally guarded by stuff? Unless there's some, like, slug things in the water. More Drex. Let's go. It'd be cool as well if these ones in this lake, like, then drained the lake and led to, like, another area, or, like, opened up, like, a cave or something over there. That'd be cool. Am I hitting that? Is there actually anything to break on that one? Yeah. Break, goddammit! Still liquid
you really
stuff.
Are the most devious bastard in New York City.
New York City. You really are the most devious bee in all of New York City. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that nothing happens to the water. And you've got this massive area of water. And I bet it's game in progress, so you can forgive it. I want a cave here or something, do you know what I mean? Seems a bit of a wasted area, really. Shoot the stuff. Get the loot. Yeah. Pick up the stuff. Get more shiny loot. So what, Crimson's like mixture of like this. This has got some good puzzles in it when you go into the caves and crypts and stuff. But seeing, I think it was Tom earlier doing, and Jeff as well, it reminded me of some puzzles that are in Indiana Jones. And then some people were still mentioning it looks like a maybe more graphic heavy. What's the other game like on the Switch? Breath of the Wild. Finished trolling now. Don't be sorry. It was funny. It's good, man. You're giving me bits. It's fine. If you add them up enough, you can get more into the next giveaway. Actually, it'll be going to stack up as well, because we're switching to stack up from Little Princess Trust. Another W with that Crimson Desert is you finding like animals in the world, and you can effectively make one of them follow you, but you can, it looks like it's some, I think Winter said you can friend or kind of tame like multiple in the world, but at any one time you can have one companion. Like, so Jeff's got a cat, I think Winter might have a cat, pretty sure Sparky and someone else we were watching earlier, somebody had a massive cat. Ooh, we just had some render drop for the first time. Interesting. I wonder if that's because we got the sharpening up. We knocked that down to 73. Because it was just dipping into 85% there. Yeah, maybe. It's a good time to look at our points and stuff, isn't it? See what's going on. Can we actually change any of that yet? Forget. I think that just is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. This stuff. Can we upgrade? No points. Boo. Leggings are just leggings. What's the other one? Is it the talisman we can upgrade? Or is it the weapon? It's the weapon, isn't it? Really? You don't have any points? To be fair, I've not done anything. Just came across Beard Splitter. Who's that? in the game, or are they a streamer? I don't know who they. Ooh, we got a bean. Got 12 of them now, so that's like fast travel, that thing. Did I swear? You'd have to catch me with exclamation mark swore before the timer runs out, which you don't have very long for. Oh no, you do. You got 5 minutes. Where I can see, I can only see the seconds time, and it looks like double zeros. What did I say? BS player is BS player men's penis in. Oh. What? Why is it called a beards player? What? Also, are there other penises? I mean, other than animal penises? Therefore, don't Google it. Okay, is that what you mean? Don't Google it. I'm 100% gonna Google it. Not on stream, but I will 100% look at that. But I will use Cognito, so it doesn't come up on my search history. It's also Rantalian? That sounds like a Rantalian. That's like what's the word? You scallywag. You Rantalian. How very dare you, you Rantalian. Ah, well, that might be like a hole. Where's that stream go? Follow the stream. Might be a cave. Quick. Where's it go? Ah. All streams like that should lead to little caves. A weirdly specific Victorian word meaning one whose scrotum is longer than his penis. Brilliant. I might have to change my streamer name to Rantilian. And it's not because I actually have that. Just like somebody goes, what'd you pick the name for? Google it. That's why. We're finding the letters. Finding the shiny gold things. That's funny. There's actually a word specifically for that. I suppose it's just like if that's like a medical condition, it makes sense, doesn't it? Like there would be something to like describe it at least. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, sir. You've got a case of Rantilian. I want to know, like, are these stones? Do they mean anything in particular? Are they to like signify something's in this area that you should keep an eye out for, that kind of thing? Or are they just there? Like, does it mean I can climb the tree? And if I do climb the tree, do I get points? Ah, I don't think anything's up there. It's that where rant comes from to go on and on. Is what? Never did I think that a brand new tattoo would need nappy ointment to heal. I think it's just that nappy ointment is generally like low, like highly, like it's good for sensitive skin in it. So thing is, there's probably actually tattoo ointment that is basically nappy ointment, just called tattoo ointment, and it's triple the price. So if you're smart, just buy nappy ointment. Like if what's that? Rat. Oh, I think I've read this before. Maybe. Like these stones here, if that's to signify that there's like this kind of cave in the area nearby to look for, that's kind of cool. I think I really need to play a game like Ghost of Tsushima to just kind of like, without having the map tell me exactly what to do, just follow the wind and shit. Know what I mean? Like every morning, lunch and dinner, I got rub the pathin on the tattoo. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I had mine done when I was too young for it, and my stepmom, who's a nurse, wouldn't even tell me what to do to like help it heal because they were so annoyed that I had it done. Fair enough. And I'm sure like some of the color, or a lot of the color, I think came off because I like let it dry and peeled it away a bit rather than wetting it before I peeled it away. I think that's probably what you're supposed to do. Although nowadays I think they probably use a different cover on it anyway to stop that being a problem. I have a game request for you if you'd like story and choice driven games. Yeah, I don't know. There's two problems with that. I don't pay attention. And I don't like to read. But no, try me, maybe. I might already have it, to be fair. I would never say never. But I don't even finish games I really like. I think really it would have been Indiana Jones we finished. And I was a bit addicted to that. But the games I've finished are shorter games. They're not like Assassin's Creed where it's like infinite amount of side quests and story that can keep you busy for far too long. They've been like more story driven, but RPG. Like so there's been that, Plague's Tales, Little Nightmares, Space Marines 1. Are there any others that we've actually completed on stream? I don't know if there are. That might be it. I think it's like 5-6 games in 2 years almost. It's not like that, but Mass Effect. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So if it's like a run around, do stuff, I can interact. If it's like more of a point and click, like not even like Baldur's Gate point and click, I'm on about like. In fact, it says Maze plays a lot of them, and I quite like just chilling in her streams with the community anyway. So I'll kind of sit there and partially watch that kind of stuff. I probably wouldn't really play it. I just don't think I'd have the stomach for it really. With everything else that I want to play. Not my jam. But yeah, Mass Effect. I've never played the Mass Effects, and for one, it's a space game, so it already gets a like massive tick in my box. That sounds dirty. It's something that I've thought about, yeah. It's kind of the issue with like we've got so many great games that have come out in the last couple of years at least. And games like this that are free to play anyway, and that I just don't focus on to really get to a point where I'm like, oh, I've done enough of that now. Because I could do this stuff all day long probably. It's a struggle when like games that I haven't played from the past, like Mass Effect, like God of Wars, there'll be loads. Some of them I've even got ready to play, I just haven't got around to it. Like Space Marines 2, that's a fairly new one that I've had for months and I haven't touched yet. That I really would like to because I really enjoy Space Marine 1. It's just like, I need like 2 more days to be able to just play for like 6 hours to be able to get through anywhere near any of them. It's what the brand... Oh, right. You're saying Zach Pro product would charge... Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Mustard, it's not a Mass Effect. Dude, I love Mass Effect 3 because once you finish one game, you can import your progress into the next 2 games. Ooh, what does that mean then? Does that change the story of the other 2? Is that what you're saying? So, like, the choices you've made affect the next ones? No, What does that mean then? You can import the progress. So, like, character development or, like, skill sets and stuff? Trying to wrap my head around what the benefit of that is. That would be really cool though if like you could choose to import what you did in the first game, which then kind of set your character up from the start differently from how it would if you finished the first one in a different way. Now, there must be games that have done that. That'd be such a sick thing to like for anybody that really gives a shit about that. I probably wouldn't. I like the idea. Back in the day is why I think it's probably a good idea, is when I would have just kind of mained a game like that for a while. That would have like, then I would have been more interested in going, oh, I'm going to do that version and then I'll try do it this way. Skills and stuff, but yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's pretty, yeah, that's cool. That's cool though, because then even though like you don't have to, so like if you can import it and start kind of slightly overpowered, I guess, is that kind of, which I love that idea. I love being overpowered in games. I don't know why people play games on seriously hard mode, honestly. I like being all powerful, because in real life I'm not. That'd be kind of sick. So if you don't do that and you play 2 or 3 from the get-go, you're starting off, and you have to do things to like develop those skills. Missed it. Shit. Bollocks. Nope, they reset your stats. Like new weapons and stuff like yeah. It's Goblin! Hey Goblin! What's up? What you been up to? Alright, all those are gone. There's men here now? It's midnight already? God damn. Hello! Nice to see you. Let me get my big sword out and do the shiny. He's gonna... It's me. Try that again. He's got a good swing on him, hasn't he? Double tap. I'm trying to parry that. Too slow. Go on, try again, man. I want to parry you. Deep clean your kit. You got caught lurking. Yeah, you just need to go into blurp and turn that off if you want it to not do it. Oh, it still blew up. Damn it. I thought if you killed them before they sat down, it wouldn't blow up. Oh, what an amazing day. Deep clean. To be fair, once you've deep cleaned your kitchen like that, it is a really nice feeling. It's like, wow, that does feel good. It's just a horrible job to be doing. Turns out the sausages we made. Oh, hang on. There was a smelly smell, and you can. Oh, really? It was only the sausage. Oh, because if you were still, they were probably fresh enough that they were kind of burning or something, maybe. And just wasn't fond of this. Yeah, fair enough. We had a roast dinner, a chicken roast on Sunday that the wife made, and such a good roast. She's so good at cooking stuff like that, man. I can make stuff like lasagnas and stuff, but like trying to juggle all that with like a roast, even though it's simpler probably in terms of like what you're trying to, like with the lasagna and curries and stuff, I like mixing all the different things and cooking things in that order, and but like sticking a big chicken in an oven and then timing other things around it is just difficult for me to do. I like a single pot situation where everything just goes into one pot at the end and it's all just done off that pretty much, apart from maybe garlic bread or something. But yeah, the chicken carcass was put into the slow cooker to make bone broth, 48-hour bone broth. And we haven't done it for a few weeks because we've had loads of it from a few weeks ago where we stacked up like 2 or 3 batches of it in the freezer. But that's getting low now. And so anyway, yeah. At like midnight, the wife turned the slow cooker off because she has a bit of an OCD about sockets being on and forgot that the slow cooker was plugged in. So we kind of wasted an entire chicken carcass. And then we left it in that slow cooker for like 2 days. And it started to stink a bit. Just like this kind of like, I don't know, like wet sock smell. Yeah, it just was not horrible, but it just wasn't nice. And it was that, so chucked that away today. Clean and organise the kitchen, mate. It feels so good. When you organise, do you have like a Tupperware drawer like we do, or like a cupboard where all of your boxes of Tupperware go? Or containers, whatever you want to call them. And like, I'm the type of person, I prefer trying to keep like the lids on top of, I want them to just be like every container to have a lid on. And I want enough space for all of the containers. Like, I want loads of containers, and I want enough space for all of them to just have their lids on already. Or I like containers that you can stack inside themselves, and all of the lids fit on top of each other, and then you just stick it on top of the top one. But my wife prefers to just have all of the containers kind of stacked wherever the hell they want in the drawer, and then put all of the lids separately on the left-hand side, so you have to dig around to find what fits what. And I've just given up over the years trying to get my way with that, basically. So now I generally, what I do now is I bought these silicone, like you get circle silicone tops, or like rectangle ones, and they're different sizes. So they're good for bowls, but they also work on containers. So now I don't even need to care about the lids. I just use a silicone one. So F you wife. I win. You despise cooking. Your husband does 90% of the cooking. Yeah, actually, I don't mind it. I just, I'm too lazy. I'll just buy something. Yeah, can be asked. Whereas the wife, she prefers to make it because she wants it fresh. I mean, but I like, yeah, I'd like fresh, but also I don't want to do that. So maybe we're the same but flipped. Like in 2, they have a gun that launches a shell that basically can wipe out an entire squad of enemies, possibly yourself if you're not capable. Okay, okay, I'm liking this. Yeah, I might have to. I don't know. I might already have one of them on. I think I might have one on GOG. You know. Actually used the organizing containers today, so I'm yeah, mate. It's just every time I've done it, I'm like, yes, done. And I'm the same with like, do you under your sink have like under the sink we store way too much, which originally I had sectioned out really nicely, and there was loads of space, like not too much, but like enough to put a few extra bottles of things here and there. But over time, the wife's just gone, oh, okay, there's space. Let me just put all of my candles there, and like 50 million sponges, and anything else that I can squeeze in anywhere possible. Like 3 bottles of bleach, all in the like. Why have we got 3 bottles of bleach in there? Like we should have. We've got a cupboard round in the utility where you put like the extra cleaning stuff. Why aren't they in there? They're not in there because there's an entire plethora of alcohol that's. We've got one shelf that's full of alcohol, and the other shelf is then also half full of alcohol. We don't even drink that much. Why is there so much alcohol? We don't. It doesn't get used. I don't understand. Use the grab a knife, etch into them. Oh, etch into what? Are you talking about in game, or are you talking about containers? What are we talking about? Are you talking about my wife? I have to etch into my wife. Just checking my TP posts. Bleach expires. Oh, what? Does it? I keep it to do crafts. Oh, like, yeah. We need a key. Can this not be my key? Can I not use my big sword as key? No. Why would I etch? Why would we do this, Pixel? Why would you do that? Why are we etching containers? You want to name them? I was picking up what you're putting down. All right, girlfriend's involved. I have no idea. I'm confused most of the time anyway, in fairness. Oh, I see what you mean. Now I get it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes good sense. Actually, yeah, because if you like do it with like a marker pen, then it could wash off. Probably isn't good to. I wouldn't reheat containers in the microwave. Never do that, please. Never ever. Or any plastic, even if it says it's like BPA free and all that bollocks. Please decant it into something else before you. Like even like when you buy, if you do buy, like frozen or ready meals, please put them in a bowl and cover them with something like the silicone covers with the holes, or just don't cook them in their container. Do so. I mean, the food isn't the best anyway, but you don't need to be leaking other chemicals into your food, even like a tiny little bit. You could do without that. Yeah, but it was a lifesaver, mate. It sounds like an epic weapon, honestly. I think when I've watched that game, I've liked it. I think Cat Child, she's played it. I'm sure when I've watched her. Who else? Been a few people. Tweaky might have played it as well. Tweaky Lakes. And Pleby's played it. She did a big. She might even still be playing it, or one of them. Load up OBS for the first time in over a week. I hate the new slider. The new slider layout. What, the audio mixer, you mean? It's not that different. I don't know what you mean. Is that what you mean? I'm from Florida, Fen. Microwaves and microplastics are in my DNA. I mean, they're part of you now. You are one with it. You are one with it. You are 50% plastic. is now vertical for me. Mate, that's the only way. If you have it horizontal, you should be shot. I way prefer, like, you know, like back in the, like, if you think of old, you're of an age like me, Gelflin, that you know the hi-fi players that used to show you like 2 or 3, they're probably karaoke machines, and they had like the little vertical sound bars on them. You have them? They were always better than the horizontal ones, always. I definitely prefer in OBS, I prefer the horizontal. I would like if in the new Wavelength 3, if you could have the option to flip the setup so that then you can have the sound bars vertical, I would probably prefer that as well. But I don't rely on tweaking that as much as I do OBS. I prefer it horizontal, so I can... The reason I would go horizontal is... Can we show you why? Yeah, we might be able to, even though you don't need to know. I'm going to read out shortly anyway, it's late. Where can we go? Full screen? Yeah. Can we show you this? Yeah. Can we zoom into that? I need to change the script. Actually, I might just be able to do it with this. Yeah, sweet. So the reason I like vertical is in the section you get for it, but then also you might not have as many sources, so maybe it's not a big thing for you. But when you have like multiple sources, and actually in other scenes I have as many, I have to hide some to not use all of that space. But I've got it to a point now where the ones I hide I don't really need to see, but the ones I do want to see is because I kind of still need to monitor what they're doing because they're a bit more active. But you can fit more in effectively, and actually this doesn't need to be that high. That could be lower, but the things above it don't really need to be any bigger either. So I've kind of ended up just where it is. And even in my, like when I wasn't using it vertical to have all that space, because that's a wasted amount of space there really. I'm just, because I can use it, I'm using it. But I've kind of always had my audio about that thick. And I've previously, when I didn't have as much space, because on a horizontal monitor you just don't have as much. I've not used that before, and I still don't really even use it. It's just there in case I decide to start using it. And I've had a different configuration in general. And like other ones like these have been like together behind each other to save on space, same as some of these. I think that's why I like it. I think you can see more. We fucking crashed. No. Oh, so when I zoom in, it actually pauses it? Oh, wow. Yes, pauses. That's interesting. Yeah. So, like, I just like that I can kind of, like, it feels easier to me to tweak it anyway. Yeah, the audio mix is now vertical. I did the best endings for Mass Effect 3, the legendary 78,000 war assets. If I knew what that meant, I mean, W. I don't know what that means. But big win. That's how it was when I downloaded it. That's interesting. But now the update has made it vertical. I wonder if it does that because it needs to have it for these active and global stuff at the top. I had the big unit of an entertainment system. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But like, I think the dials were even like manual, like tangible dials, weren't they? You didn't digitally turn. They weren't even knobs. They were like little things poking out next to the soundbar bit. Like, and they were like the EQ. Makes sense, but yeah, I just wing it so I don't have anything in there. I wouldn't know what to do with it anyway. Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, if you ever want a little session, you can just ask and I'll confuse you even more. What's the other button we're using for zoom? Where's the script? Let's see if that pauses it as well. Scripts, display, capture 1. And then it's toggle zoom. Oh, why did that toggle back out? Weird. No, there you go. So there's two cases we've just figured out there. The zoom it from Power Toys inside Windows 11, when you zoom in, at least for OBS, seems to pause it. But the script from Andy Lippy on YouTube that you just, Gelflin, you might not want to know this, but in tools up there, there's a bit called scripts. In there is this Andy Lippy has like a file that he gives you, and he tells you where to put it. You can actually just go into this bit, press plus, and then you drop the file in here, and then it gives you some settings to choose. So you pick the source that you want to zoom in and out of, and the other settings for it effectively. And then I've set up StreamerBot to have a button on my Stream Deck to be able to zoom in, zoom out. It already follows, but if I want it not to follow, I press the other button, and it stops following. I press it again, it starts following again. I could also use the word, but it's not very... At the start of stream, we must have spent 10 minutes me saying zoom. Because when I say the word zoom without saying it straight after another word, it should zoom out. So hang on. Zoom. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? Zoom. Ah, see? Zoom. Nope. Zoom. I pressed the button that time. You gotta go do the thing with the stuff. Go do the things with the stuff, man. Yeah, bring a crayon next time. That'd be a great idea. Let's find a friendo to raid to, I think. Turn that on, turn that off. We can shut the game down. Not too fussed if we save any of that. Oh, we haven't done a giveaway today. Oh my god. What can we share to do that? Let's share the display capture again. If this doesn't die, we'll do 2. If it does die, we'll just stick to 1 for today. Good luck, everybody. Oh, slowing down. Oh, Lucifer, that was close. Inches. So close. Oh, I died. Sad. Very sad. Anybody, whilst we're here, because no one's really peeked up for it, does anybody want a key for Soulframe whilst we're live and you haven't already got one? Anybody want a key for it? Let us know now, whatever hold your penis. I mean, peace. Automatically hide, tick, exit. Sweet. Got that. Close that down. Say no to that. Very close. GG, Roxy. Indeed, it was Roxy that won. Thanks for reminding me of that. I meant to go to my notepad and write that down, and then I went into other things and closed them, and then I forgot what I was doing, and you reminded me. So thanks, Christopher. W. This is why I love streaming, man, because you guys, even not meaning to, you remind me to do stuff. Okay, Roxy's wins. Nice. You would like to try it? There you go. Cool. Right, I'll send you one of the keys that the lovely Pixel Linguist, otherwise known as Cravenous in the game, has given me to give away. Yeah, I think I've already given... Actually, I might have already given his away, actually. This one might just be one of the ones I had. I've shut it down, Pixel. We'll do 2 or probably 3 next stream. We'll be live again on Thursday for shower. Let me send this to you. Anything anybody else to talk about before we roll? Any potential raid targets? There might be someone live that I want to go see, but you could mention someone. If we don't do it today, we can maybe think about it next time. Let's find Lucifer in the DMs. Lucifer Morningstar. So do you know how to redeem it, Lucifer? You should have it in your DM. It's got who won it. Someone won it off of YouTube weeks ago. They never claimed it. So put it back into rotation. That's why it's got their name on it, just so I remembered what happened to it. Just share the window. So where does that key go? Okay, here where it goes. You go to soulframe.com. You need to sign up, which I don't know if you can see that, but the top here is a sign up bit. there a way for me to... No, there is. So maybe I can zoom in and do it. No. No, not Steam. Yeah. Go to Soulframe, sign up, and then once you're logged in there, there's like a place. I don't think I can show you because I'm not signed in. And log in without showing. No. Yeah. Once you're logged in, there'll be a section inside like account somewhere, as well as download. You like redeem a code probably. You put the code in there in their website, and then you go to download. You download it, and so it has its own launcher at the minute where it's still in alpha, but it works so well. It's crazy. But also in there, once you've linked Soulframe, make sure in your account you like link it to Twitch as well. And then if you ever go and watch any of the Soulframe developer streams on Twitch from Soulframe, like its own account, usually there's a couple of giveaways they've been doing. If you watch a stream for 30 minutes, they'll send you another key, which is a Twitch drop, and it gets dropped into your account. There's like a section for Twitch drops. You just press like redeem, and it will show a new code if you've got one. But also they sometimes do like founder pack stuff giveaways, so like in-game loot effectively, which is more of a, you have to be active in the stream to do like exclamation mark giveaway like we do, and then you get put in for like a raffle for it. And then sometimes they give away Warframe stuff too. So yeah, really simple. Log in, redeem, download. Every time you want to play it, you have to where is it? If I show you that one, and then I fire it up again. Your Soulframe there. Nope. Can I not pull it? Oh, I can't pull it. Damn it. There you go. So you'll get like that little window there. And then you press enter. It will load up. Or it should load up. There you go. And then you have to sign in with your password. So make a password that's memorable. Because it will save your username, which is just your email address that you signed up with. But it will ask you to put a password in, like down here somewhere. But this is one of the nicest, like I hope once you can get it off Steam or wherever we download it from, I would rather not have to log in every time. Like I'd want it to know, but I still want it to start at this screen, because like the animals that you actually go around collecting do start to appear. I think it isn't the same every time, which is quite a nice little touch, honestly. So if that's just like the page that loads up when you start the game, that'd be kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go find a friendo. Twitch.
Bing bong, hello.
Hello. Make that wider so I can actually like see who it is. You still awake? What are you doing, Elmo? Sleep, Elmo, sleep. Sleep, sleep, a good sleep. Oh, got Cezaku doing a bit of Crimson Desert. Anybody want to go Crimson all over his desert? You know what I mean. That game does look fucking cool, man. I know some people haven't liked it for different reasons, but I think I would like it a lot. Looks like he actually has had to reduce his... He does a 1080. I think he's reduced his quality to get it working, though. No reviews found for so. No. I did the game giveaway. I did one and then it died, so we won't do another one. Soulframe, we've just given a key to Lucifer. I think the other keys, I'll go around some of the crew team, like I said, and see if we can get some people that want it. So do some like collab stuff. That we're trying to talk about ways to do that. I think that's quite a cool game to just like introduce someone to and not have to pay too much attention to either. We've got Nana doing Cyberpunk. We haven't raided Says in a little wee while. Who else is on? Oh, Gelflin is doing the things. Should we raid Gelfling? There's the options, Gelflin or Cezaku. So Gelflin's going to be playing some Ender Lilies. So that'll be kind of cozy craziness. Or Cezaku, so he'll keep the kind of like lewd jokes going on. playing Crimson Desert. Absolutely crimson in everybody's desert. Okay, I have 3 if needed. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I would almost suggest play it and see if you can garner some viewership by doing the giveaways with it. I don't know. Maybe the time you stream with a giveaway like that, you don't have to even do a spin wheel. You could just use like Streamlabs bot to do it or something to make it simple. But those spin wheels are really simple, to be fair, so it's easy to do visually. You might be able to garner a few people to pop in that way, Elmo, if you want. I don't know. If you want to give them. I'll find a home for them. Or we'll continue to do... Like, I don't think it will come out of its current state for probably another 6 months at least, I reckon. What do you reckon? So the keys will still be relevant for a little while longer. And I do think maybe doing the giveaways on days that they've streamed isn't a bad idea. Just for some reason, the other week when we did it, we just seemed to garner a lot more people. Don't know why that was. I think the last stream where we did a giveaway or tried to, I didn't make it clear in the subject that we had keys, whereas today I've tried to do that. So it could just be that lots more people have it, so it's not needed. But I don't really want to go into their Discord and say, I've got keys to give away in a stream. I'd rather just say who wants keys and then just give them to them. If there aren't enough people coming by that haven't already got it, sort of thing. Or give it, if I don't find homes from a crew team, whatever, at least. And we're saying we don't, no one has any option, no one wants to put away. I mean, Nana is playing Cyberpunk. Punkhead. I don't know. When was the last time we raided Gelflin? I don't remember seeing Gelflin live. Ever 2K stream today? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've had quite a lot of the last streams. So like that previous time where we had loads of people coming in for keys, it was kind of people becoming more aware of it again for some reason. And it kind of maybe didn't know they could do that. And now many of them have keys because so many more people, even like me included, have bought founders as well. So there's been keys in that Discord given away just for free. So it's probably just less people, because the only other people that want it is probably console people, and the key won't work for them. So I think should we go raid Gelflin? Bye. It's good, mate. I'm gonna try and use this. Oh, that's stop raids. How do we start raid? Raid channel. Ooh, it's a creator dashboard. I see. Let's try and use this for once. Gelflin games. Ooh, this is cool. You can't see it, can you? You know that in the OBS, I've got that like quick actions button or buttons. I bet you are. You always are. How we doing, man? Hope you're all right. I've just clicked that for like the first time. Like start raid, there's an option for that. Click that. It brings up a little kind of OBS like window, create a dashboard, and then you like use the filter, search the name, and then it brings you up a preview of what they're playing, which we're already doing. Well, no, we're in Nana's, aren't we? And then you can just start raid from there. That's kind of cool. To be fair, typing it's just as simple, but we've experienced it when I've typed it in wrong. So there's that. So if we stole him in an advert now. Nice. He's literally just started 12 minutes ago as well. See his accent.
Sharp, casual. Sharp, casual. Casually so. Nice one, M&S.
Nice one, M&S.
Your aura is limitless. Blocking distraction.
Your anus is limited. By the way, in America, there is an ice cream store. I think I watched it on Instagram earlier, maybe TikTok, called Your Anus. Oh no, is it ice cream? I think it's ice cream and fudge, and it's they play on the word, and it's funny. Right, gonna raid into Gelflin. Here she is, Gelflin Games, playing Ender Lily's Quietus. I don't know, one of those. A collected little gamer. They've had a console as long as I can remember. Enjoy RPGs, racing, fighting, cozy, and most of anything retro. She's a lovely bean. Give us a love. If you're here, please use one of the raid messages there, or just say hi. That'd be nice when we raid out. That'd be awesome. All right, Fennec, pop it up. All right, Sam, man, have a great time. Appreciate you. Perfect timing. Yeah, man. Fudge packing. Exactly, Pixel. Exactly. Still, I can't copy those, though, which is really fucking annoying. think I have to go to my Twitch dashboard to get it done. To go to the chat and copy it properly. Which is quite annoying, honestly. And that was happened in an update at some point. I can't just copy from like my OBS chats. I've got 3 or 4 different ones and none of them have a copy option anymore. They're all, I have to like highlight them, and when I highlight them and paste it, it doesn't work. I'm going to copy it there and go back. Yeah, man. Yeah, Thursday. See you there. Hopefully we can start a little bit earlier too. Keep an eye out. Go check out that YouTube video. Let me know what you think. I think there's definitely some improvements that can be made. But other than that, keep it on the Discord. I'll see you next time. If you want to... I haven't really got a plan for Thursday, so if you want to play a particular game, let me know. If there's a game we can play together, reach out, man, if you're free. We'll jump in and do some things. I don't know. But ciao for now. See you later. Bye.